Ah.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
Oh, hello.
Major dudes and dudettes. What's
Holy
up?
fuck.
Dude, oh my god, dude, my wiener's so aroused right now. Oh fuck. Oh.
Really? In front of Chris Chan?
Why
You're
not?
horny. You're horny and watching Chris. You're watching Chris Chan and you're horny.
It's
Yes, Murray, and I'm tired of pretending I'm not.
It's like, you're aroused and you like Chris Chan.
Watching Chris Chan and you're horny. Yes.
Okay,
so it works.
Alright, let's do it. Alright, fellas. Dudes and dudettes, I have my shout up here.
Dudes. Brothers,
and
sisters.
Brother, sister, mister.
Brother, sister, mister, and all in between.
Alright, yeah, so this is the Chris Chan Comprehensive History documentary. In case y'all didn't know about this, it's by GenoSamuel 2.1. Go watch this guy's channel. He makes amazing videos. Awesome guy. Geno, if you want to collab, please,
He's gonna
please,
want nothing to do with us.
I would love nothing more than to collab with you, okay? I want to make a Chris Chan podcast. That is my goal, okay? Hold on, let me turn off my internet on here real quick so I can get some more bandwidth.
Close the window, you're letting the lag out.
I know, right? I'm letting the Wi-Fi out.
You're letting the Wi-Fi out.
Alright, anyways, so without further ado, let's get
Arigato. My name's James Taylor.
James Allen Taylor.
What made him
Imagine sitting down on a piano and like, I have to make the theme song for the life of Chris Chan. And you make it the most hauntingly beautiful, tragic melody you can think of.
I'm gonna turn the mic down a bit. That might help it. Alright, here we go. Preston, Weston, Chandler. Hello, Ian.
Hello. I can't wait till we get
Dude,
to the fucking Liquid Saga.
The Liquid Saga is probably the greatest fucking thing in this world.
My name is Christian Chandler.
It is literally
Age
peak
22
fiction.
at this time.
I'll be right back.
I will be 23 on February 24th, 2005. Anyway, for over a year now, I've been trying to attract an 18 to 22-year-old boyfriend-free girl.
What did he say?
He said he wants an 18 to 22-year-old boyfriend-free girl.
It's a simple request.
Boyfriend-free girl, and I have failed.
This, I told you, this is the video where he asks Santa for a girlfriend.
So many failures
Yeah.
this time.
Alright.
You can't help but feel sad, you know, and depressed. And here it is about Christmas time. And, well, all I want for Christmas is a boyfriend-free girl.
Chris prepares for Christmas 2004 by singing two of his
Can we
songs
turn it up
for
a little
camera.
bit at all?
He performs So Need a Cute Girl,
Tell me why I so need a cute girl my age.
followed by All I Want for Christmas is a Pretty Girlfriend.
All I want for Christmas is a girlfriend.
Oh my god.
She has to be 18 to 22. Well,
Why so
at this
young,
time
Chris?
of year,
Why so young?
all I can say right now is that I hope Santa
Well, at the time, that wasn't so bad, right?
me a pretty girlfriend.
Yeah, but it's so fucking shallow.
And
isn't
so, happy holidays
it? It's a bit shallow,
from
isn't
me,
it?
Christian Chandler. By the way, you can call me Chris in public.
Listen, okay.
And
I'd criticize him too for wanting him so young, but we saw what happens
Christian
when he
whipped his
wants him
camera
older.
out for Christmas Day too, and documented the state of the house at that time.
'twas Christmas Day, and
Oh
all
yeah,
through
we
the
did
house,
put that fucker in the
the
middle
creatures
of us.
that were stirring were my family and me and our two
We
cats.
put the mic further away so that the
And we
audio
wander
could
upon
be
our
louder.
wondrous Christmas tree. With
There
a
we
star that was made so delicately.
He films this like a found footage
Delicately?
horror
The
movie.
star on top of the tree is in fact Sonichu. Chris reveals that his
Oh my
dreams were
god,
dashed
he made
that
his own
day.
Sonic
And a
star
Christmas
for his
present
tree.
that was supposed to be
Oh
for
my god.
the girlfriend that Santa brought. But unfortunately, she didn't show.
Chris introduces his
Now,
audience
Matthew,
to his
Pete
parents.
ASMR.
And now we wander in on my family. Say hello,
Now,
Father.
Matthew, I know for a fact you want a Star Crunch.
Making our
I know
Christmas
for
movie.
a fact you want a Star Crunch.
Well, I'm gonna play it onto VHS anyway.
Bob, why did you
A
let
smaller
yourself get into
Christmas
this
tree down here.
situation?
Yeah, right.
You deserve better than
And
this,
our mother
Bob.
is asleep here in a dark area. Would you care to share a Merry Christmas with the world, Father?
Ho, ho, ho.
The tour puts a spotlight on the extent of the hoarding situation in the house, as Chris visibly has trouble navigating through the hoard.
Care to say something to the entire world?
Merry Christmas.
Yep.
After the tour, Chris documents the gift exchange, revealing the interpersonal dynamics of the family.
Okay, yeah, it's recording. So, here we are around the Christmas tree. We're gonna open presents.
Bob's like, what the fuck is a YouTube?
Chris presents Bob with a card.
Am I supposed to read it?
Yes, read it.
Am I supposed to read it out loud?
Yeah. Read
What
the
the
read
Same
Mom.
fuck is a
I
YouTube.
want to
Now
thank
what
you
in
all
the
for
Sam
your
of hell?
support and love throughout my fantastic love quest.
Oh my god, he's making his dad read that?
Santa doesn't bring me one. No Chris, no Thomas.
Oh, he's reading the letter that he wrote to Santa.
Like
That was so funny.
Like I asked him, I'm going to need some support finding a boyfriend free.
It'll come, Kristen. Hope you all like my present.
Okay.
Today I'm thinking of Christmas and remembering you all. Merry Christmas, Christian C.
Christian gives Bob the option of receiving the Puppet TV show Fraggle Rock on DVD or on VHS. After Christian discreetly implies that he wants to keep the DVD for himself, Bob caves in and chooses to take the VHS.
Yes,
So you want the VHS.
yeah.
There you go.
I'm not much for the other.
I forgot who this other stuff.
Why do we have it on both? I gave him
Like-
a choice,
Sure,
remember? You
I don't
remember he
know.
originally wanted DVD?
Like Twitter?
Yeah, it's Fraggle Rock, Father. That's what's on there.
I see.
Everything that's on the DVD is on that VHS.
VHS works better than my system.
Yeah.
Chris presents Barbara with a Lego set.
Snowboarding stuff.
No comment.
He gives her a plush doll of the Japanese character Hamtaro.
I got you, Hamtaro.
Oh my god, he gave his mom a fucking anime plush.
This guy over here.
It's a Hamtaro. You got little ham stuff.
It's so much more cringe when he does the stupid fucking voices for him too.
The
Yeah.
family
He's like,
discuss the possibility of a surprise visit from Sarah.
Yeah, like his little,
Sarah.
the girl voice that he does is so bad, dude. It's unreal.
It's so cringe.
Well,
It's
she did
so,
last
it's
year, remember?
ear grating.
Chris attempts at an embrace with his mother, but ends up hurting her instead.
Here, look, I'm sorry. Don't work my head. I'm sorry.
He does it again.
2 boxes together here. I'm sorry.
Chris gives Barb another present. A snow globe with him in it.
No glow.
How narcissistic are
It
you?
also got Sanchu in it. Look. See? You know,
This motherfucker makes
Amazing.
her a snow globe with a
How-
picture of him in his fucking OC.
Yeah. This is the kind of character we're dealing with here.
one side, Sanchu on the other. That's cool. I got it over at Walmart. The snow globe.
I forgot you could make snow
Cool.
globes.
Yeah.
Walmart.
Merry Christmas. Yep, Merry Christmas.
Now we can go back downstairs where it's warm.
Snappy New Year.
Yeah.
Snappy New Year, huh?
Not only
I
counting.
noticed I was a little off to the side.
Yep.
After the gift unwrapping, Christian went back to his room to record a video recapping the events.
Well, now this ends our family
I can't even
Christmas
see
of
him.
2004.
I'm not in the camera.
I think it's a
You're
nice
not in the
gift,
camera?
but it does not compare to having a boyfriend-free girl that can make it to a girlfriend. But unfortunately,
You're just
hoping for her
waiting
to
for the
come, but
delay
she
to
didn't.
see
I've
if
got
it
my lifelong
works.
friends, got a hammer.
Mobius is right behind the tab. And you could just check that
Yeah,
way.
she had not been paired up with that jerk Wes Isley.
Oh my god, he's going on about Wes
I can have
Isley.
it, but seriously
Who's
though,
West Eyes like him?
What,
I wish
Wes
she was here
Isley
so that I
is the
could
guy
talk
who
to her
dated
so she
his
could help
childhood
me
crush.
in my
Oh, that's
quest to
right.
get a boyfriend-free.
And he wrote him as like an
18-year-old girl.
evil orange Sonichu.
1823 as of February 24th, 2005.
Oh, there we go. There's some lighting in here now.
Perfect.
Wow.
Cool, now they
Anyway,
can see
that
my,
pretty much
gay
sums
face.
up my
Yeah.
Christmas
And my
season
very
for
gay
this year.
face.
So,
Very loose.
as we
Very
say in
expanded.
showbiz, goodbye, folks.
As he entered 2005, Christian continued his tried and true tradition of pacing around the mall, hoping to attract a boyfriend-free girl. His activities quickly caught the eye of Anna McLaren, an employee of Pack & Son at Charlottesville Fashion Square, who described her encounter with him in a blog post titled "The Tale of the Crazy Pacer."
Oh no, this is
There was a guy who paced in front of Abercrombie & Fitch. He'd come and do it for hours on end,
and then,
just walking back and forth.
Stared at her.
He was
like
an okay-looking guy,
until one day
not
he
evil
came into
looking
the
like
store
creepy
and tried
molester
to
dude.
flirt with her, and it
So
didn't
he would
work
pace
out.
for his allotted time, then leave. Sometimes, as he paced, he would sing or shout. Nobody really could ever tell what he was saying. Oh yeah, and he always wore the same shirt. A nice little long-sleeved red and blue number that had a gold crest on the left side, and white collar and cuffs. Then, one day, he decided to start pacing on the Pac Sun side, so he started pacing in front of our store. We were doing floor set, and Lin noticed that crazy pacer kept looking into Pac Sun as he paced. And this day, he was acting particularly crazy. He'd pace and pace, then stop and shout something at the wall, then keep pacing. And he also did some singing, even getting into the vibrato falsetto junks. It was hilarious. So anyways, someone, I can't remember who, suggested that the next time he looked in, we wave at him. So they waved, and Christian waved back.
I mean, he's high on the spectrum,
After some
but he's
waving
not
back
that
and
high
forth,
on the
Christian
spectrum.
took the initiative and entered the store. He came right up to the counter that I was standing behind, and he looks right at me, all fidgety and twitchy, and he goes, "You look to be about 19 years old, right?" He then proceeded to introduce himself. "My name is Christian," he said, "but you can call me Chris. I'm Christian W. Chandler." "Oh," I said. "Hi, Chris."
Oh.
"So," he continued,
he
"do
trying to
angels
hit
have
her.
names?"
But he's
I found
fucking
out
trying
later
to have
that
the
he meant to say,
unspoken
"Do angels
riz
like you
right
have
now.
names?" Poor guy was so nervous, he didn't get it right. Anna introduces herself, then Chris talks about eyes. "My eyes are two different colors. One of them is green and the other is blue. That's because I had pink eye a while back, and one of them stayed that way. What color are your eyes?"
Lead with that.
I was pretty grossed out by the pink eye story, but I told him anyway. Sometimes blue, sometimes green, and usually gray. "Oh, that's neat. It's funny how that happens, isn't it?" "Yeah," I said. He attempts to ask her out, but Anna declines. He eventually settles on the internet as a forum for future communication between them.
Oh no.
Christian came back and handed me a card with a crudely drawn Sonic the Hedgehog and some other yellow Sonic-looking creature on it, along with Christian's name,
That is Sonic Show to you, you stupid bitch!
You fucking
email address,
harlot.
and website. It was a homemade
You'll be
business card.
banished.
That's my email address, and you can just email me sometime, okay? "Okay," I said, not
But
intending
now
to
you
email
are
him at all.
nothing, and you'll
Little
always
did
be
either of them
nothing.
know, but
You
this
have
was the
lost your
start of a
chance.
friendship. But
It's
for the
it's
time
a
being,
shame 'cause she's
Chris's
cute.
contact with Anna was sparse. In February, Cartoon Network's Adult Swim block held a contest which asked viewers to make their own commercial
By now she's
advertising
gotta
the
be, like,
release
in
of
her
the
40s
cartoon
or
series Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law, Volume 1 DVD set. Christian sent in his own unique take, in which he mentions his ongoing feud with Mary Lee Walsh.
Hello, I hired Harvey Durbin, attorney at law, to help me, Christian Weston Chandler, in my
Attorney
case
at law.
against Mary Lee Walsh, who years ago shared my heart. And he
You're
has
trying
won
to be
the
an
case for me,
attorney,
and he
dog?
has won for me a Harvey Birdman 2-disc DVD box set, which comes out April 12, 2005.
He finishes with a brief promotion of his
shit,
custom
what?
cards depicting himself and
fuck.
Sonichu.
It's about
You're
Christian
clean
Chandler.
tied, bro.
Regrettably, the winning entry did
not
not feature Chris. In
intentional.
response, he vented his frustration
sorry?
at losing on the Adult Swim message board.
That's not, I mean, look.
My entry was very dramatic
No,
and a lot better than that piece
know,
of poo or
got in
any
her
of the
face
others
and
that made the top
everything.
5 as well. I'm very upset about that. My Quicks
So
Harvey
funny,
Bird
though,
Demand
because,
spot was the best,
aluminum
and I feel
foil
sorry for you, Adult
hits harder
Swim,
than
for
usual,
not
right?
noticing that. You all
Strange
should
that she
take
got
another
hurt by
good look at it and seriously reconsider. In March, Christian published Sonichu, Issue 0, his first full-length comic. The issue is further divided
I
into
own it.
episodes,
I own
much
it,
like
too.
a television
You didn't
show,
fucking bring
with
him.
a different story in
Just
each one.
because I forgot.
Episode
and
1
you
begins
forgot.
in an open
Damn it.
field 5 miles from the city of Station Square,
I literally
in which
asked
a
you,
wild
hey, was there anything
Pikachu
I should
observes
bring
fighting
other
in the
than
distance between
myself
Supersonic
and
and
my
the
shit?
perfect
And he's
Chaos
like-
Monster.
And you're like,
Pikachu gets caught in the scuffle and
Don't
collides
put
with
this on
Sonic,
me.
the
I'm putting
impact
this on
releasing
you.
a rainbow
Oh,
which
okay.
lands on a
You
girl
wanted me to
Raichu
bring my
15 miles
Sonichu
away,
comic so
who then
badly, you should have said something.
Oh, good, but I forgot we were going to do it.
I forgot we were gonna do it too.
Don't put this on me.
Don't put this on me.
So it has to be one of our faults.
No, it could just be a mistake that we both made. It could be both of our fault.
No.
It could be both.
No. It has to be one of us.
It can't be.
It has to be one of us, so the other can grow resentment for the other.
I don't want to grow resentment
Transforms into
for
a
you.
hedgehog-like creature
Okay,
and
fine.
calls herself Rose-Chew.
I'll
Meanwhile,
take the blame.
the Pikachu somehow inherited Supersonic's powers and changed form, and joins Sonic in the battle, defeating the perfect Chaos Monster. He christens himself
What are you playing?
Sonichu. Christian
are you
himself
gonna do?
interjects here and there.
Nothing yet.
He draws himself having one blue
Nothing. I'm sorry, I can't.
and one green eye, as he had told Anna.
25.
His eyes are in fact different colors, but the difference is nowhere near as profound as in his
You're
illustrations.
25 when this happened?
He then
You're,
proceeds
like,
to
right
introduce
around that age,
Quickville
yeah.
and reveals that he is
Oh,
also the
God.
mayor of said town. He then goes on to introduce all the main characters of the story, including Mary Lee Walsh.
Really was.
He saves himself
The
for
dean
last
of her fucking
and devotes
college.
a full
Dude, this
page
guy's
to
old.
talk
His
about
drawing
Christian
of
Weston
himself.
This
Chandler.
guy is older than our
The next
Christ. He's
episode
older
concerns
than
Sonichu
Yeah.
and Rose-Chew meeting and quickly falling in love, sharing a kiss underneath a spray of fireworks. In episode 3, Sonichu confesses that he has a dislike for pickles, as does Christian in real life.
Kind of like,
This is followed by the
relive
introduction
that
of the evil foe,
What?
Nature,
when he was
whose
making
name
the
is simply
comic?
Christian,
Yeah.
backwards.
Nature.
After the battle is won, Mayor Chandler drives off in his car,
In
carrying
the
the
car?
Virginia vanity plate, Sonichu, identical to the one on his real-life car.
I don't know, it was
It
just
should
a
be
much more
noted that
peaceful
Sonichu
time
refers
in
to
that
Chris
era, you know what I
as
mean?
his father,
It was a
even
lot
though
less
his creation has
depressing.
nothing to do with Christian.
Yeah, because, people
The
didn't have
comic
any
ends with a
fucking
sub-episode
smartphones and
starring Chris
start
in a
fucking
story
blasting
based on
people
his run-in
Twitter
with the
trying to
mall
cancel
police.
them and, shit,
However,
you know,
in this version,
it's like,
he
it was a
clutches his
fucking decent
medallion,
era
says Electric
to live in.
Hedgehog Power, and transforms into Chris Chan Sonichu, who largely looks like a blue-colored Sonichu,
People
making him
respected
look
each
like the
other.
original Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, it's funny, I've
Meanwhile,
never actually
the
seen
jerk-cop
Chris Chan
equips
Sonic.
metal armor.
This is the first time I've ever
Needless
seen
to
it.
say, Chris
What?
defeats him by cursing
Yeah,
him
because,
into
you know,
experiencing
because they
horrendous
usually
bad
listen to
luck
this.
by using his cursed Kamehameha attack.
No, yeah, it's just
Towards the end of
Sonichu,
March,
It just makes him
Hannah,
Sonic.
who worked at Starbucks in the
So he
Fashion
just wants to be
Square,
Sonic.
approached
Yeah.
Christian during his near-daily pacing and asked him out on a date.
His childhood sweetheart.
After she left, I became very excited
This is-
and
wait,
oh
hold on,
my
is this
god,
Sarah?
all over. After
Yeah.
calling mom and eating me nuggets, I lifted the chair with such cheer and grace and spun around with it like a dancer. Then I put it back where it was. I felt that my
Oh
love
my
quest
God.
had finally
His
come
love
to an
quest-
end,
his
and I
heart
so
rate is
elated
at
that my shattered
100%.
heart had a full, fast recovery. I went to Starbucks, and we talked about basic things. I showed her my Sonichu scrapbook. She was very impressed. I gave her
I
my
don't think she
email
was
and
impressed.
both my
I
phone
think she was
numbers
just
on
being
a Sonichu
nice.
site
That's
card,
exactly what
and she gave me her email address.
Look, I got
I was
my
very
own
attentive
fucking
as I took
card
notes
game,
about
but
her
I'm not
and
trying to like
maintained eye
want that
contact.
shit because
Oh, yeah.
As I left her, I
Friggin-
gave her a double
We
take
should
flirt.
definitely
That was the
push
rise.
that.
Now here
You should
comes the
push my
fall.
card game.
Yeah, we
As
should
I was
watch
sitting at my
Ah,
spot,
man.
thinking about
I mean,
future
if it
steps
works, it
for later
works. Oh,
dates, Anna and Dana told me that when to talk to Hannah, she told them that she was setting me up in a prank. I could not believe it, so I found and asked Hannah. Sadly, it was true. Then in major shock, my heart shattered again by
my heart rate
85%,
dropped all the
and
way
I
to
let
zero.
out a big
You know, this is based off of
no.
a real event. He
His
actually
outburst of
shouted no in
negation
the middle
resulted
of the
in
mall,
Chris
and that's
getting
why he got
banned from
banned
the
for
mall
first time.
again.
That's awesome.
He devoted the second
You're shaking the
sub-episode
camera.
to this misadventure.
Oh no. Well, little did we know that we're
Not
in
long
San
after,
Francisco.
he completed his second Sonichu comic,
No,
Sonichu Issue 1.
cock out.
Pokemon's Giovanni teams up with Sonic villain Dr. Robotnik
God.
to
Oh,
create
yeah,
their
I
own
forgot that
Sonichu
Nate
in order
Circus
to defeat the
canonically
real thing.
Giovanni's son.
Unfortunately, a blunder causes
Yeah.
Sonichu's DNA sample to get corrupted with cherry cola, producing an imperfect replica of our hero,
Blake
called
is just
Black
Sonichu, but Cherry
also known
Cola
as
got put into
Blotchu.
his-
Blotchu captures
Nah,
Rose-Chew,
it's Blake.
so Sonichu and Sonic
Well,
team
later
up
he
to
gets
rescue
renamed
her.
to Blake because
After
everybody
combating
started calling
Blotchu
him
and the new
racist.
Metal
Yeah,
Sonichu,
Metal-
they eventually save Rose-Chew.
It's free. Thank you.
The style of the
sweet
comic
goat.
became more text-heavy, with some conversations so convoluted that Chris numbered the lines in the order that they should be read.
God,
That's
dude.
not how you
The
work
following
dialogue.
month, Chris's review for Sprung,
Stupid
a dating
bastard.
simulation game for Nintendo DS, was published
You
in
can't even
Nintendo
do
Power.
panels, dude.
I originally bought the game because I needed some
Yeah,
lessons
like in the
on
later
what to say
issues
to
too, it's
or do
basically
for
just like
a girl.
pages of text with
To
like
make a
one
long story
picture in it.
short, I developed a
Dude,
fear that
fucking-
all the pretty girls are already paired up with a
This
boyfriend.
motherfucker tries to make a
I've dubbed this
comic.
social phobia
Motherfucker's never even read a goddamn
noiophobia
comic.
after the Spanish word for boyfriend. Anyway, before Sprung, I was afraid to approach most women. FYI, I am 22 years
I'd
old.
say he basically
I tried
just
to silently
made
attract a boyfriend-free
storyboards for a
girl, mostly
cartoon
with
he wanted to
signs,
make, but
for
that
over
didn't
1 year
insult the
and 4 months.
storyboard artist.
Then Sprung provided me with general things to say and do, so I felt more confident. When I tried my newfound expressions from the dating simulator, I forgot my fear of the infinitely high boyfriend factor, and I met a couple of lady friends with whom I feel more comfortable. So thank you, Nintendo and Ubisoft, for the dating advice that this frustrated virgin needed. Christian C.
Oh my god.
On April 13th,
Oh my
a University of Virginia student wrote a blog post that included her observations of Christian, whom she renamed Sonichu, hanging around the Alderman Library. So Sonichu returned to Alderman today. I'm not sure what to make of him. He sits in his chair and draws his Sonichu comics. Harmless, I ask
I'm
me.
just watching the stream.
Yet
and my
I feel
friend
like he
Tracy,
knows he's
said,
different. He
was-
knows that the
was
world rushing
messaging
in
my
front
group
of him
chat.
is not his own, surrounded by the brightest students in America, whatever that means. He sits in his chair and draws. 23 years old.
Yeah, so he's 23
I'm not sure
when
he
the
even
first
graduated
Sonic
high
came
school.
out. Oh my
In
God.
front of him, text of Plato, Faulkner, God, and Kleist's World. Does he have the capacity to understand these works? Whether he can or
Maybe I'll
not,
be 23
I'm not
and have
sure.
my shit out.
But there is something in his eyes that realizes that there is a level of understanding and thought that he is unable to partake in. As he slumps lower and lower in his chair, with each student he eyes reading or holding a book, he falls into himself, into the markers and colors on the page in front of him. He seems intelligent enough to understand that he does not understand, and that is the hardest part of all.
Damn. Somebody wrote like
In
a whole
early
ass
May,
thesis.
Chris released Sonichu Issue 2.
Sonichu issue 2,
This
the
marks a
ancient
turning point
prophecy.
in the
Let's
comic
go.
as the story begins to focus on Christian rather than Sonichu. Episode
The
7
ancient
concerns
prophecy.
the ancient prophecy. When Sonic
Yeah, 'cause it's,
explains
like,
the mysterious
ancient, but they
prophecy
put
to Christian,
Chu in it.
Chris reaffirms that he is the creator and father of Sonichu.
Yeah, and it's a
They enter
prophecy
the
that he
Destiny
becomes the
Cave
most
and
powerful
unknowingly
character of
release
them
an
all.
ancient
Horse, a
evil
fucking
power.
horse.
Chris also meets an ancient leader of the Cherokee clan, who
Yeah, who's
reveals
white
that
and
Chris
wears
is his
golden armor.
reincarnation.
Yeah, the ancient
He is told
Cherokee
that he has to
clan, yeah.
unleash
Yeah.
ancient powers to defeat the evil
Yeah,
by
this is
using
the
his
canon
Sonichu
origin
medallion
of
to
his
transform
Sonichu
into Chris
form.
Chan Sonichu. The story ends in a cliffhanger, with Sarah Hammer and Wes Isley getting possessed by mysterious forces. Between episodes 7 and 8, Chris inserts an
Axe
advertisement
body
for
spray
Axe body
ad.
spray, in which, ignorant of the societal norms of hygiene, unknowingly confesses that he believes that bathing makes people smell exceptionally nice, to the point that people would compliment you, and that using Axe body spray is just as effective as bathing. Episode 8 continues with Wes meeting his past self, who is a
So that just means that he doesn't shower.
He doesn't shower, no.
How bad is this smell, dude?
A lot of people say that apparently it's like a mix of the hobo stank and like watermelons and shit.
Ew.
Yeah.
member of the Wasabi clan, and turns into
The
Wesley
Wasabi?
Sonichu
So
and
just
vows to kill
watermelon,
Chris.
Like rotten
Sarah also sees a
watermelon
vision
Geno.
and meets
Yeah.
the queen of the Cherokee clan and transforms into Sarama Rosechu. Meanwhile,
Oh,
Chris
yeah,
Chan
Sarama Rosechu's
Sonichu
got a bow
accidentally
and arrow in the
transforms
shape of a
back into
lightning
his
bolt.
human self, leaving him vulnerable to attack from Wesley Sonichu, who
Like,
turns
anybody
himself
can be
into
a
a ball
Sonichu,
and
'cause
goes for
why
a flying
not?
attack, prompting this exchange from the protagonists.
Wait, so
What the-
Sonichu's are
Sonichu,
raised?
run.
You don't have,
You don't have to tell me twice,
But during the Stone Age,
Okay, wait,
Chris
hold on.
figures
So,
out that his attack
Sonichu is Sonic and Pikachu combined, right?
no.
What?
No.
What do you mean?
So Sonichu is a Pikachu that got hit by Supersonic, and the
Oh,
chaos
okay.
energy of the yellow Chaos Emerald
That's right.
fused with the Pikachu and turned him into Sonichu, but he's not fused with Sonic. So
Okay,
Sonic still is
so-
actually alive and like running around, and Sonichu's his own interpretation.
Okay, so it's the Pikachu, right?
Yeah, it's the Pikachu that evolved into a Sonichu because of chaos energy.
So there's multiple different Sonichus.
Yes, there's a fuckload of them.
So then how do those exist?
The other one, some of them are Sonichus because of the fact that they're related to Chris, and the ancient prophecy lets them turn into Sonichu forms. But the main ones, being like Sonichu, Rosechu, and the Chaotic Combo, are each affected because the Chaotic Combo is 5 plus the 2, 7 Chaos Emeralds.
So wait, hold on. So they
So each of those 7 Chaos Emeralds affected a different Pikachu and turned them into a different Sonichu.
All at the same time, or like?
Well,
separate points of
originally it
time?
was all at the same time. When Sonichu hit the first Pikachu, a Chaos Blast hit the entire area and turned 7 Pikachus into Sonichus.
Oh,
But he retconned it later to where the Chaos Blast went back in time and turned the Pikachus into the Sonichus when they were like 1, so that they'd be the legal age of consent when they went into the present story, so
what
that they
the
could fuck.
fuck?
Yeah, so it's pretty wild. It's funny. And then like a Black Sonichu and a
my
Bubbles
God.
Rosechu end up being in like a relationship. It's pretty interesting. And then there's Sylvana Rosechu.
Okay, wait.
No.
Okay, wait. So they're Pikachu's that are affected by the Chaos Emeralds.
It's basically a Pikachu that evolved with Chaos Energy, yeah.
Okay.
So that's why each of them are like a different color and shit.
Okay. All right.
But then if you're a part of the Ancient Prophecy, you can turn into a Sonichu, because why the fuck not? They don't explain it.
He doesn't explain it.
Attacker is Wes Isley and
Fuck
confesses
it,
how
right?
jealous he is of him
Yeah,
for
because
being
fuck
with
it, I
Sarah,
want to be a
who's
Sonichu, and
eavesdropping
anybody I want to
nearby.
be a Sonichu is going to be a
Wesley
Sonichu.
reveals that he only wants to steal the Cherokean crown. Chris changes into Chris Chan
I
and
love
fights
that he
Wesley
made
Sonichu, who
a
eventually
bad
knocks
guy
Chris
based
out
off
and
of-
steals the crown,
based off of
which
his
inexplicably
best
just came
friend's
into being.
boyfriend, just so that
Before
you can make
Wesley
him look
can
like a
finish
bad
him
guy
off,
in the hopes of
Sarama
convincing her to date
intervenes
him
and
instead.
fires a lightning bolt arrow at Wesley, pinning him to an unsacred tree. In the final episode, Sarah breaks up with Wes, who cries out no while shrugging.
Dude, inserting
They learned that
people in your
Quickville,
real
which is
life.
a vibrant community
No,
with
it's
happy
even
people,
funnier 'cause,
cool chicks, business,
Sa-
and a frustrated
Sarah
male,
breaks
is
up with
under
Wes
attack
Isley,
from a
but
giant
then
stone
Chris Chan
golem,
asks
which is
her
under
out, I
the
think.
control of
And
Mary
then she
Lee
still
Walsh
turns
and
him
the
down and is
mysterious
like, "No, we
talking
can just
orb.
be friends."
So Chris Chan, Sarama, and Wesley fly over there to fight them. The orb reveals itself as the ancient evil and announces that
Count
he is Count
Graduan,
Graduan,
let's go!
who is a personification symbolizing the pain and sadness of Christian graduating
That's
from
like
high
the
school.
only.
The 3
It
heroes
is
beat
so
them off for a little
weird to
while,
count
but
Graduan.
Walsh and Graduan escape, vowing to fight
Because
another day.
he's the physical
In the epilogue,
manifestation of Chris's
Christian and
fears and
Sarah chat
anxieties
on the
of when he was
couch,
graduating
and
high school.
unfortunately for Chris,
Right.
she reveals that she has found herself another boyfriend named William, and
No.
thanks Chris for being a great friend. Christian dedicates an entire page to Sarah Hammer, his lifelong friend, and offers some highlights
You
of
see,
their
it's
time
funny.
together.
It's funny, Arthur.
Currently, I don't get to see
he
she
actually
as much
wrote
as I
down
did
all this
because she
dialogue
found
by
herself
hand,
a
and then when he
boyfriend
made
while
it
I was
like
in
official,
Richmond.
he just
But I
just
often wonder
whited
how
out
she
all the
is,
dialogue
and if she is
put it
happy
in
with
with
him.
Comic Sans.
I share my troubles with her in my illustrations, letters,
God.
and over the phone. I always appreciate the little
You
moments
see,
I
it's
have with
funny,
her.
Arthur.
The final page is a call to action for all Sonichu fans, in which Chris expresses his wish to have Sonichu
I love
produced
that
into a
he
bona
just
fide
immediately
franchise by
assumes that there's
Nintendo
fans of
America.
his comic just because it
The
exists.
comic
I know,
concludes
right?
with
It's like,
sub-episode
bro,
3, which is a
you did
dramatic
not try
reimagining
that
of
hard.
Chris's
No, you
conflict
didn't.
with Mary Lee Walsh, who is the head of the private villa of corrupted
Wait,
citizens,
we gotta go
the
back
base of
5
operations
seconds.
for the villains
Please.
in the Sonichu universe. Dedicates an entire page to Sarah Hammer. His life. I don't get to see he as much as I did because she found herself a boyfriend while I was in Richmond.
There was that. What was
But
that
I
shot
often
of
wonder
Chris
how
Chan
she
on the
is,
ground?
and if she is happy with him. Lee Walsh.
Oh
Letters and over the phone. I always appreciate the little moments I have with her.
god!
The
Imagine
final
reading
page
that
is
in
a call
your
to
friend's
action for all
comic.
Sonichu fans,
God, dude.
in which Chris expresses his wish to
Sarah
have
doesn't
Sonichu
even get
produced
the worst
into a
of
bona
it.
fide franchise by
That
Nintendo
probably still
America.
goes to.
The comic concludes with sub-episode 3, which is a dramatic
I was just
reimagining
making
of
sure
Chris's
nobody was
conflict with Mary
That-
Lee Walsh.
Fucking god, we missed it again. Don't you have the quick tab where it's like when you click on the arrows, it goes back 5 seconds?
Should be.
All right, there we go. No wait, back 5 seconds. There we go.
Episode 3, which is a
What is-
dramatic
What the fuck?
I love it. He's a potato man. It's hard to draw
reimagining
this
of
bad on
Chris's
purpose.
conflict with Mary Lee Walsh,
Alright.
who is the head of the private villa of corrupted
if you use, like,
citizens,
actual
the base of
artistic
operations
ability.
for the villains in the Sonichu universe.
Like, when
the
I
name
made
of which
my,
is derived from the acronym of
When
Piedmont
I made my
Virginia
Christian
Community
emote
College.
for my Twitch channel,
With Sonichu
friggin',
issue 2,
I
Christian
actually
comes
had to
closer
try
to blurring
really
the
hard
line
to make
between
it
real
look
life
like as
and
bad
this
as
comic book
Christian.
world. creating his own reality.
Because I was too used to
In Sonichu's
making
News
art look
Dash
nicer
issue 9,
than that.
Chris announced that he will attend the Anime Mid-Atlantic Convention in Richmond,
Have there been
Virginia
people that have
on all
actually
3 days.
redone
Since he has put himself into Sonichu's
Sonichu
world, he
in a
will
better art
cosplay
style?
as himself. Talk about
The
self-respect,
closest
huh?
we've gotten to an
Also,
official
he
version
will
of
be
that
watching some of the good anime,
is
getting some souvenirs,
the Roast
participating in
Story
some of the
comic,
events, and
which
just
is an
having a good
expansion
time.
of.
Also,
It's an
he will have
expansion
some
of
printed copies of
Sonichu issue
Sonichu
number
Premiere
1, but
issue 0
it's from
on hand.
Roastchu's perspective.
But if you want a
And it's
collectible
a
copy, you will have to find
it's
him
a
and ask for
fan
one.
comic.
He stayed 2 nights alone
and the
in
lady's
a
art
hotel
style
room,
wasn't
and
actually
during
too
the
bad.
convention, he handed out copies of Sonichu issue 0 to
And then
unsuspecting
Christian literally just
attendees.
copied panels of it in later issues.
On June 22nd, Christian recounted the events of the past 2 days. I had my setup at the McDonald's at Walmart, and apparently complaints were made. The 2 manager jerks, a senior comic,
You don't
and a
have to
black
explain
fat
it,
jerk.
Chris.
He looked a lot like the
understand.
leader of the jerk cops at the mall, whom I refer to now as the jerk chief, approached me and took me for a fall with my trying to find a boyfriend-free girl, like I have been doing for the past over 1 year and 10 months. We argued and disputed until
How
the
did he
2
get
of them
over?
left to
How
call
did he
the
get away with
police.
that for
While
almost
they
2
were gone,
years?
I had taken off the sign from my Nintendo DS and
And I
hidden
hid
it
it
on
in
the back cover of my diary.
diary.
When the jerk cops came, they were all like, "What seems to be the problem?" And the married Seinor comic was like, "Where's the sign?" And I was, "What sign?" And another argument was had between the 4 of us, in which I never gave any of those jerks eye contact, because none of them
He
deserved
couldn't
it.
even look him
So,
in the eye.
I got kicked
He
out from the
played it off as,
McDonald's,
you don't
not the
deserve
Walmart,
my
for the rest
gaze.
of the day. Now for what happened today. I was starting to set up my things, and the B manager was getting in my face. I feel that he really hates me. And he was like, "Don't set up your stuff. Don't push me." I was not going to use the Nintendo DS sign today anyway, but he did not want my pixel block sculptures at all. I stood up against that manager.
Why did you
I
bring your
continued to
pixel
build,
block
and I dictated
sculptures
my
to
situation
your
into
fucking
his
McDonald's
face
at
with a
Walmart?
song and dance. He went up to the Walmart manager, and he was like, "Hey, let's talk." But I sat silent for a minute. Then I said to him, "I do not speak to any man other than myself, because they all have taken all the pretty girls, leaving me with none." Verbal
What the
combat had
fuck?
started, and during the fight, I ran
That
off,
is so
still giving verbal
unrelated,
punishment,
Chris.
as well as the finger, and many curse-ye-ha-me-ha's. I nearly backed up onto him with my car, and I gave him another finger. Then I dashed off. Now, I feel sad, because I've nowhere else to go to attract a boyfriend-free girl. And I feel very furious with
they're
those
just
managers
preventing him
and all
from
men
getting what
other
he
than
wants.
myself and my father.
How could they?
Chris began believing that there
I
was a
know, right?
conspiracy involving all the men
Oh,
in
his
town.
twin sister, Crystal.
They all are against me in finding a girlfriend of my own. But I will not give up on my long and
He
tedious
basically
love
turns into
quest.
Crystal,
I'll
doesn't
find a new attraction spot
Kinda, yeah.
somewhere in Charlottesville, Virginia. There has to be at least
Well,
one
like
18 to
Crystal-
23-year-old
Christine wears a different
boyfriend-free,
outfit than
caring,
Crystal.
smoke-free, non-alcoholic white girl out there somewhere. Chris
Non-alcoholic,
dramatized this entire
non-smoking
ordeal
girl.
in sub-episodes 4 and 5. But his adaptation
Oh
also
my gosh,
featured the
stop.
manifestation
Mick attack.
of his dream sibling, Crystal, his twin sister.
Phew. Oh, she kind of fine though.
A mere month later, he
The
caused
fuck
more
is
trouble,
that?
but this
What?
time at
No, it
Target,
was
where he
Crystal.
sat waiting to encounter a boyfriend-free girl
is-
for
Did he
hours,
want a twin
taking
sister
gross
or some
advantage
shit?
of the free
No, but he
refills
wants
at
a
his
daughter
disposal.
to name Crystal.
I was at the new Target store, just hanging around.
Wait, so then why the fuck doesn't he just make a daughter character instead of making a twin sister character?
Because that would require him to have a girlfriend to have a kid.
Oh, I see.
And he can't manifest himself
So
a
he
girlfriend
needs-
in his fictional world.
So he needs to project.
Yes, he needs to project. Yeah, dude. Literally almost
Not
all of his
bothering
comics
anyone.
are just like
And from out
projections
of the
of
blue,
shit that he had
these
to
two
deal with.
managers asked me to leave because they said I was loitering. I was not. I was there hoping to find an 18 to 23-year-old
Yeah, but
boyfriend-free
you're not
girl
buying
like I
anything,
usually
Chris.
do. Then, from out of the blue, after I told them off, they came back with 2 jerk cops. I was slightly intimidated, but mostly annoyed and ready to strike back on them. They asked me to leave and never return. I did not want
I'm sure
to
they
leave.
said it
I would have
exactly
left
like
peacefully.
that. Oh, yeah,
In
very,
fact,
very.
I was ready to go. But I had a prepared speech to say to them stupid jerk cops.
A prepared
And
speech.
during the middle of my speech, they chased me, pulled my pants, and pinned me to the floor. 5 jerk-cops dogpiled on me as I struggled to get
sure.
free. 1,000 pounds of sausages on my 180-pound body was seriously a cutoff for my breathing flow. They handcuffed my wrists and legs, and they hog-tied me. Not only did I feel humiliated from being the victim, but I was angry at them, not only for handcuffing me, but once again thwarting my efforts in trying to find a boyfriend-free girl. They drove me to the county jail.
The actual reason he was
They did not keep
confronted
me
was
there.
because
I was released to my family.
Chris
was charged with trespassing and disorderly conduct.
Constantly. He was abusing the
It was
free
terrible,
refills at the
but
soda
my mother
machine.
and I
So
are going to get back at them in court.
Oh, the
In
comically
fact,
large
I learned
straw.
that the jerk cop who arrested me was called Baggett. That was the only thing about the situation that was hilarious. Replace the B with an F, and you can see how funny it was. However, after
Chris,
attending
that's not how you tell jokes. That is not how you. Oh my god.
2 court hearings, the charges were dropped.
That's not how you.
This
tell
event was
fucking
recreated
jokes.
in Sonichu's sub-episodes 7 and 8.
You don't just explain
But in Chris's
it to
reality,
them.
he endured much greater torment and came out victorious in the
God.
end. Less than a week later, Chris had another run-in with the law. This time,
This
a
man
minor
just can't
fender
seem to get
bender
away
when
from
he
fucking
rear-ended
cops,
the car
dude.
in front of him. He was fined $30 and also paid $56 in court costs. In August, Christian returned to PVCC after the end of his 1-year suspension. It was around this time that Anna announced that she was moving to Utah. Her announcement also somewhat coincided with her 20th birthday, so Christian and her friends organized a birthday/farewell party for her.
Who's
With
that
Chris
guy?
claiming that he picked out and bought the cake himself. For her day. So
Yeah, who's
Christian
that
and her
guy?
friends organized
Oh, come on. Chris could have been friends with men, bro. There would have been people that put up with his shit.
No,
but
literally.
he's so jealous that the other men might have girlfriends that he's like that he can't even stand them.
No, dude, like there are literally
There are people just like him out there.
Yeah, yeah. There's a bunch of
a
fucking
birthday/farewell
loser
party
nerds
for her,
that are just like.
with Chris claiming that he picked out and bought the cake himself.
That picture,
What is that chin, bro? What is that?
That's a menacing picture. That's a.
He knows exactly what
Like,
he's gonna
without knowing that there's a birthday cake under there, the face she's making and the face he's making, it's almost like he put like his deformed dick right on the table and she's fucking unimpressed by it.
do. You're like,
Mm-hmm. You don't look down at the camera, it makes you look menacing.
no. It reminds me of the ninja, but he was like, "Do not send me
dick
dick pics, okay?" Fucking does that.
Throughout August and September,
It's like,
Chris
if you're
engaged
back
in
at the
back-and-forth
West
conversations
Coast,
via
just
MySpace
like my
with 2
cock.
female students,
You are
Jelena
wrong.
and Lindsay. But despite all his
You ever see
efforts to
the
meet
edit
with
of
them,
that
it
ninja video
ultimately
where
came to
they
nothing.
cut up the don't part?
In September,
You are wrong.
Chris finished
No,
Sonichu
it's like,
Issue 4,
send
which was
me
merely a
your dick
compilation
pics.
of sub-episodes
Okay.
1
Yeah,
through
but they
8.
cut up the don't
He
part,
claimed
so
that his
it's
mother
like
didn't
it
want
just
him
comes
making
out.
any more stories concerning his own life,
Send me
so he
your
obeyed
dick pics.
and stopped making sub-episodes.
Okay.
In October, a user on a Sega forum began a discussion thread about Sonichu, in which members discussed the comic and Christian's personal antics. This was the earliest documented online discussion concerning Christian, but the original Sega forum hosting site has since been shut down and there is no known archive of the discussion chain. In November, Shoujo Beat, a manga anthology magazine, published Chris's letter which vaguely concerned the manga Absolute Boyfriend. Riko Izawa in Absolute Boyfriend sort of has the same problem I do. She can't get a guy, and I can't get a girl. Here's
Hey,
my sitch.
Jacob, how you
All the
doing?
pretty girls are already paired up with some jerk, leaving me with none to choose from.
We're
Also,
having a
nobody
grand
can
old
tell, off the bat, a paired up from a boyfriend-free girl. At first, it's equally hard for Riko to find a girlfriend-free boy. But then she's granted this wish, where she gets a girlfriend-free boy, although he is a robot, delivered to her doorstep. Lucky girl. I'm 23 years old. One would think I'd have gotten a girlfriend by now, but no, I haven't.
Look, Chris,
I'm stuck
I
in this
sympathize
situation where if my
with the
parents should
grind,
pass
alright?
away,
I'm
I will be a
almost
very
21 and
lonely
I've never
virgin.
had a girlfriend.
Some months later,
You know,
a fellow reader
doing
sent
good.
in
Just
a
been
reply
listening
to
to
Chris.
streaming while I draw.
Why
That's
is he
cool.
only looking for pretty girls? There are plenty of girls who are
How's
not
the audio sound,
supermodel
by the way?
gorgeous, whom he could date. It's not the outside of the
Sir,
package
sir,
that counts,
I love you
but the
too,
inside.
Tracy. Hello.
A girl can be pretty on the outside, but might be mean or self-centered or have other problems. Whereas another girl can be plain or even ugly on the outside, but quite a beautiful, kind, intelligent person on the inside. If more guys would think about what qualities they look for in a girl and make sure those qualities don't just focus on her outer appearance, you might just find a girl to go out with. Otherwise, many girls will think, why bother? He'll just leave me for the next pretty girl he sees.
Bella's the most beautiful
Megan
girl
agreed
in
with her
town.
sentiment.
She's the best, and I
Chris's
deserve the
advances towards
best,
Megan
don't I?
intensified, as is documented in
You
their
guys
emails.
are a little quieter than the
She
video,
declined
he
giving
says.
out her phone number, and later in the same email, also declined his invitation to go out to our restaurant.
How about now?
In an email from December.
How about now? How's that
Yay,
sound?
Andre. Thank you, Trey. Yay.
And admitted that she's not interested in a relationship.
I won't no girl have sex with me.
Well, I want a girl to have sex with me. All I do is stare at them, and they're not doing anything.
All I do is just make him feel uncomfortable.
All I do is talk about my OC Sonichu and how big I'm going to be, and how big I already am. Wink, wink.
All I do is just talk about sex.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what.
Now the video is quieter.
Yeah, we can hear you guys, but now the video is can barely be going. Oh my god, My Little Pony!
All right, hold up. Let me fix that.
But no, let's go. Let's look at a nice, clean, even 35
which
there.
Chris was the winning bidder.
Like right there.
In 2006.
Here we go. Okay.
Yeah, like right there should be good.
Intensified,
let me know how that
with
is.
Chris purchasing My Little Pony and Sailor Moon figures, pornography, and sex toys.
Damn, oh my god,
this dude be getting.
You can't have
kinds.
one. You can't have. We can't have My Little Pony and Sailor Moon without the sex toys and the porn.
Exactly.
You gotta have both.
With the origin
Everything
stories of
comes
each member
together.
of the chaotic combo, whose eggs were
Why do y'all
created
look like
and
cousins?
ejected from the rainbow,
I don't know.
as seen in episode 1.
Friggin', we're not related
The
in
green
any
egg
way.
lands in the jungle.
Oh, absolutely
The
not. I
electric
am
head-
not related.
He's from Timbuktu.
I'm from the Oakley homies.
He's from the Frying Pan State.
The frying pan state.
Hedgehog Pokemon that
From
came
the
out of it
chop
grows up
state,
to
you know what I'm
become
saying?
Wild Sonichu.
Chop, chop.
The blue egg
They
lands
take
in
it to the
ocean
chop
and
shop.
is rescued by the Pokemon Swampert,
To the
which
candy
takes
shop.
it to the beach just
I
in
lick
time
you
for it to hatch and become Bubbles Rose Chew. The
Oh.
white egg lands in
Oh,
front of
shit.
a church, and out of it
My
hatches
mighty ass
Angelica
shook the
Rose
camera,
Chew,
my
who was
bad.
raised by nuns.
Oh yeah,
Misty
Angela
finally,
Rose
after she
Chew,
evolves into
raised
her
by
final
nuns.
form overnight,
She's the white
Christian is outside her
Christian.
window, bringing
Bro,
her a
what the
scrunchie
actual
and a
fuck?
pair of shoes
Gotta
as
take
a
that
gift.
23
The red egg
23 and me
crashes
test.
into Nabe's
Maybe
dojo
fate brought
and
y'all together.
hatches.
I
For
think
some
that
reason,
you just
Nabe
think we
is
look similar
compelled
because
to
we
rip
have
off
beards.
the Sunny's tail, causing him to
I think that
instantly
might be
evolve
it.
into Punchy Sonichu. The purple egg hatches in a cave, and the purple Sunny
Oh,
starts
yeah,
to
he's raised by
telepathically
Mewtwo.
communicate with the Pokemon.
Yeah, because I'll be
Mewtwo,
fucked if I'm
who
related to him.
decides
I don't want my
mentor
hair
it.
falling out.
For months, this
Shut the
mysterious
fuck up.
mentor taught this Sunny
I
how to hone
I
his
didn't
powers,
do anything
lift
to you.
objects, mentally and physically.
What
and
did I do to
the
deserve
outside
that?
Until one day,
Oh, that was
during
my
meditation,
hair.
That was
the
funny.
Sunny suddenly
That
evolves
was so
into Magic
funny.
Chan
That was
Sonichu.
so.
He then
That
fights.
was a good one.
That
The
was a
episode
good one,
ends
but
with a final
ow.
bullet, which would have been
You're
more
welcome.
suitable for a televisual feast rather than a comic book.
What the
Stay
fuck is
tuned for
this?
when these hedgehogs meet.
What is he doing?
In the next episode, Blachu steals
Oh,
a magic
what are
you
sunstone
doing?
Not
and
the
through a
hair
comedy of errors,
joke.
is met with 4 of the chaotic combo.
I could say worse
Eventually,
about him,
the
but
5 members
Trying
team
to
up with
say.
Sonichu,
I'll
and they
be
take
nice.
down Blachu, leaving him in
Bruh,
a bloody
oh.
mess, accompanied by a tweet sound effect, commonplace in cartoons.
tweet.
The comic closes with a fake ad for a call service that would send one of the
Bruh,
2
I
single
know.
men in the world a beautiful
You're gonna
girlfriend.
you gotta do some
or
more
Wait,
writing.
wait. Oh
What?
shit.
In May
There was something about a
2006,
monkey.
Christian attained a cat degree
And
after
since my old name used to be Monkey, I feel the need to read what it says. Be careful if you call now, late, or early, you will not get a girlfriend, but a monkey, and you do not want a monkey. Now, why don't you want a monkey?
Okay.
Monkey!
I think about.
He's just trying to give gifts
Of
to
the
the
2
good
single
boys
men
and
in the
girls.
world,
Yeah,
a
she calls me
beautiful
Santa
girlfriend,
Claus.
or a
Ho
monkey.
ho ho,
In May
motherfucker.
2006, Christian attained a cat degree
Oh,
after 5 years of study, even though it should have only taken 2. For the graduation
Now
ceremony,
that's a
he decided to
graduation
wear the
photo.
robe from his high school
Oh
graduation
god.
instead.
Oh god. He
Now
even
that
wore the
Christian
fucking
received
medallion.
disqualification,
And the balloon.
this made him
Oh.
more likely to get a job and
Oh,
advance
it's
his
so
life
cringe.
towards
And
building
he's
a
wearing
career.
the sweater.
Well,
on
okay,
it.
no, what the fuck? What are those eyes telling you, Andre? What are those eyes telling you? Those eyes are telling you that
There's deceit in those eyes.
no, those eyes tell you that he's friendly and he wants to have a good time.
But whether he's gonna have it, whether you like it or not.
I'm well aware of that. I am
Those are the eyes of a person who has definitely had dreams about fucking his own mother.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, absolutely. That's the face I make when I look at just a divine looking PB&J
to become
sandwich.
a dignified reality.
That's how I
And
look when I see
making his dream
a beautiful
come true.
thick ass.
A beautiful thick ass with PB&J in between the cheeks.
What the?
I just go. Got PB&J all over my face. I'm blown out.
Blown out.
I'm fucking. Those
All right.
eyes tell me his IQ is 1.2.
Absolutely.
Absolutely correct. That's him 10 years
Oh
later.
god.
It gets worse.
Right,
It
hold on.
just gets worse.
I'm gonna fill up my cup real quick.
Big
I'll be right
soda cup.
Go entertain the guest. Oh, my feeties.
Oh my god.
Oh, I just busted. Oh.
Ask me anything about Christian and I'll probably know it. Ask me anything. Ask me any question about Christian and I might know the answer. I'm pretty knowledgeable about the fella. He's like my hyperfixation. Oh, where the fuck are the pizza Pringles? There they are. The pizza Pringles. Ah, my love. Oh, sweet love, the pizza Pringles. Oh.
It's Somo. Red Homo Cup.
What?
I fill you up.
What is Christian's star sign? Well, his birthday is February 24th. So...
That's a very specific question.
Like, what's his zodiac sign?
Probably a fucking...
What's her birth chart looking like?
I don't know, something.
What's a birth chart again?
I don't know. Is that a chart for birth?
February star sign. So he's an Aquarius.
He's an Aquarius.
What's a birth chart? I don't know what a birth chart is. I'm also really high.
Alright, it's fine.
What made him this way?
We're busting.
What is the attraction?
I'm looking at what a birth chart
Keeps us
is.
fascinated.
Mouth now.
Oh, if a birth chart
Christian.
if the birth chart is also the star sign, then he's also an Aquarius. So he's an
Or she
Aquarius.
calling you out your bullshit. She said motherfucker.
But I think she was mad because I asked what a birth chart is.
Or maybe she's pouting, going,
Motherfucker, she called
maybe
me.
she's pouting.
The story's
She's like,
traced
there's no
further
way
and
this
further away from the
motherfucker knew about
Sonichu
Christian.
storyline. It makes
Damn.
Christian the main
Exactly.
character, with the plot of the comic closely mirroring his own life.
Bro, why is Mary Lou
The
Walsh
comic
kind of
begins
bad
with Sarah's
though?
wedding,
Oh my
with Chris
god!
attending
Oh my
in spirit,
god!
possibly
Bro,
alluding that he didn't attend
you were
her
gonna
actual
upset-
wedding.
Oh, I
The
guess I
episode
just
also
looked
introduces two
February
new characters,
birthstone.
Megadula Skunk,
I guess because it's
based
in
on
the
a
later
character
half of the
created by
month.
Megan,
It's
and Sailor Mechtoon,
it's a
indisputably
different one.
symbolizing
My
Megan
bad.
herself.
I forget that it's not
He
whole
briefly
months. It's
fights
only from
off
the
Wes
20th to the
Isley, and at
20th.
the end of the episode, Sarah thanks him for all the childhood years they spent together and wishes him good luck on his advances towards Megan. Sarah throws her bouquet at him, and he catches it.
Oh yeah, you
believing
can
this
notice
meant
in
his own wedding
some of
would
the
come
middle
shortly.
issues that he noticeably
Christian
starts
uses
drawing
his
in more of an
comic to depict
anime
his inner monologue
style
and
because
fantasies to the
Megan
world.
liked anime and he wanted
I
to
love that
impress
for
her with it.
Yet
Yeah.
she's not ready to return or seek it. I'd feel better if I could chat with her on the phone.
No,
Although
bro.
she's uncomfortable doing
Megan
that.
is mad
Our email
asexual.
communications are okay,
She's
but speech
mad
speaks louder
ace,
than
bro.
typed words.
Like she does
The
not.
artwork
She does
also
not
changes
want a
to an
committed romantic
unmistakable
relationship.
manga style,
Good
perhaps
for
in
her.
an effort to appeal to
Yeah.
Stayed
Megan
away from
even more.
something. That
In the
was
following episode,
horrible.
Christian
She doesn't
has a
wanna
lengthy
fuck
discussion with
nobody.
Sonichu about his
Let
optimistic
alone-
hope that he and Megan
And
will
she's
get
that
together,
thing.
despite
She's
him admitting a
weirdly
few pages
into
ago
Nazis,
that she
too.
was not responsive to his advances. He acknowledges that he is so
So,
optimistic
like, that's
that
kinda-
he
I mean,
even
they
stopped
have
using
nice
his attraction sign. They're interrupted
uniforms.
by the announcement that Mary Lee
I mean, it's a
Walsh
ni-
and
I
the
guess it's a
Turcots
nice
are
shade of
invading
brown
Quickville.
they
They
got.
got
So Chris teams up with
beautiful-
Megan,
they have
Crystal,
really good
and the
health
chaotic
care
combo.
plans.
During
If
the
you
climax,
live to
Crystal
see
gets
it,
trapped
You
in the
know,
dark
yeah.
room, and Christian comforts a tearful
had
Megan
dental,
who thought that she had lost
and
Chris for
They
good.
at least they have that.
You know.
Oh
The
yeah, I
Jules-
forgot
Megan
Megan's
is made crystal
interpretation in this
clear,
comic
and
is a
further
Sailor
confirmed
Moon
by the
character.
emails she sent to him. I know you know,
You know,
that
the
I
Jules
hate
didn't
guys
even
and I
have
hate
dental.
love, because I told
Well,
you
you know,
a million
but that was
times.
not-
They were not
So why
allowed
do you
to
keep
have
getting too
dental.
close and touching me?
That
I
is
really
very
don't
If
like
anything,
it at all.
they
I know
gave
you
them
said 'cause you have feelings for
anti-dental.
me, and it's
No
hard for you.
dental.
But I'm sorry, this sounds mean.
Hitler going,
You really
"No
need to try
dental."
and get
No
over it.
dental.
If you keep hanging on like that to someone
No
who doesn't love you
life.
back, well, it'll only make you more miserable. You need to just accept
Well,
the fact that I don't and will probably
Kim
never
Jong
love
Un is
you.
like, no.
Oh, dude,
You
it's
should just take
Megan
a
is just
rejuvenating
straight up
breath and
going
move
like,
on.
is straight up going,
Advice to
bro.
which Chris refused to
I
listen,
literally
as is
will
evident
not
in an
love you,
email
dude.
written just a month later.
You're a nice enough
I'm
guy,
just a
but
little mad
you're
that I have to keep
literally
telling you to please
not.
stop
I'm
touching
literally
me.
not
It's like
romantically
you're not
interested
wanting
in
to listen
anyone,
to me.
and I
I tell
literally
you,
don't
then you
want
say
you to keep
okay,
fucking
but
touching me.
eventually
So
you're back to
fucking
the
knock
same
it
Yeah,
off.
yeah,
And
dude.
this
Like,
time I really
Like
mean
the
it.
fact that he
Even my
constantly
other
like
friends
gropes
don't like it
women
and
on the
think it's
first
weird.
date too is
So
not
once and for
helping the
all, could you
situation
please stop?
whatsoever.
You know I don't like it, so why do you keep doing
I don't
it?
know, man. I respect
It's
the
not like
grudge.
you're gonna try and soften me or something. So, I don't want to have to tell you again,
What?
or I might get really angry.
What?
Because
I
you
said,
know,
I don't know, man. I
unwanted
respect the
remarks or
I
advances
don't
to a girl
respect the grind.
is sexual harassment. and I
Sexual
don't take that
harassment is
lightly.
not a grind.
Chris's not so subtle attempts at getting her
Alright,
attention did not
Unless
go
you're trying to
unnoticed.
speed run catching
Sometimes
a
I get the
charge.
feeling that you copy me to get me to like
There's
you.
no greater
Like Sailor
feeling than
Moon,
danger.
for example.
Alright?
The only Sailor Moon thing
if you're
had
the
was that arrow
danger-
video. And since I told you how much I love it,
It's like,
then you started
Skylar, I am the danger. I am the one who knocks.
getting into it. Kinda like My Little
I
Pony.
am the one who
That kind of
zaps
thing
to
really
the
annoys
extreme.
me. I don't like it much when people get into something right after they find out I
I
liked
am
it
the one
first.
who zaps.
When you said we had a lot in common, like Sailor Moon and My Little
Oh.
Pony, well, who loved Sailor Moon
Oh.
first? Who collected My Little Pony first? Okay,
Stop.
I know I
Oh.
sound like a spoiled
Are you
brat,
okay?
but can you see what I'm trying to say?
What are you
I
doing?
don't like being
Ah.
too in common with others.
I'm
I try
testing
to
it
be as
all the
different
way
from
in.
others
You
as
are
possible.
so, oh god.
Mm.
You can only
On
look at
June
yourself
27th,
right now.
2006,
I don't
Chandler
want.
was
Oh
put
no,
to sleep.
Patty died.
a day
That's
later,
right.
at a special service, Christian read out the eulogy, which he wrote
And
himself.
he made a comic
My
about her
family,
becoming a
furry
Sonichu
friends,
character and
anyone
living
else
in
present.
Quickville for the rest of
We are gathered
eternity,
here today
so that
to
he
pay our
could
last
cope with the
respects
death
and
of the
wishes to our
dog.
I
dearly
didn't realize
beloved
that
Beagle
Patty was that
Spitz,
breed.
Patty, who
What?
has departed
I didn't
from our
realize
world
that
here
that's
on Earth
That's
to
the
a
breed
doggy
Patty
heaven,
was?
Yeah.
where she will be happier,
Oh
because
yeah,
she will run free and play with all the other dogs who are already having fun up there. I will always remember Patty for all the lovely memories she had shared
Yeah,
with me.
Patty
from
is
when
notable
I
for
picked her
being
out
the
of
only
litter at
person
my
that
Aunt
Chris
Karina's
loved
house
other than
in Red Oak,
himself.
Virginia. The time I watched my old best friend, Sarah
Like,
Hammer,
actually,
take
truly
Patty by her
loved.
front paws and danced a bit. The times I've watched her stand on her hind legs and then rewarded her with a biscuit bone. The
Aw.
times I've just sat with her in the yard and petted her head. I've
I
always
actually
given her
think this
a
is
bally
kind of-
scratch,
Oh yeah,
where I
absolutely.
stroke her head with all 5 fingers,
I
like as
think
if I
this
was
is a
gently
very,
squeezing a rubber
This is a very
ball.
sentimental
The many
moment.
I
times
think-
I've fed her
I-
a can
I
of
think
food
this is when
and a
Chris
cup
started
full of dry
sighing.
food, and refilled her
Yeah.
bucket with fresh water
He
so
just
she
thinks
can
about
drink
Patty
it and
every
wash
day.
her
Yeah.
face. When Patty was brought to the vet on that fateful
But I
day,
gotta look
I was
strong.
distraught with
I
fright and
can't let
concern for
nobody
her health.
know.
I stayed with her during her final
I
moments.
can't let
with a hand
anybody
on her
know
head
that
I
I'm
can't let
tear in
anybody
my
know
eye.
how it hurts
When my
me
mother
so
was
bad.
brought the paper that gave the doctor
I am
permission to
stronger.
send her on her way,
I must
didn't
rise
want to
above
be
it.
the one to sign
And
it.
she's not dead,
I
she's
raised
just in
Patty since she
Quickville.
was a 6-week-old pup, and I wanted to take the strain
That's
for
what
signing
heaven
that
is, right?
one-way ticket.
That's
It was
Quickville.
hard for me.
No,
but it was
actually,
That's
for
my
the best.
fictional universe.
So I signed that paper with a crying Sonichu face saying, "We love you, Patty."
Actually, later,
After that,
Chris
I
Chan
gave her
firmly
my final
believes that the
pets,
only
hug,
afterlife is
hand to
is
paw hold,
Quickville, and that if
eye
you die in
contact,
Quickville,
ear rub,
you fade
cheek
out
to
of
fur rub,
existence forever.
and I sadly waved her for the final time. And
You realize how narcissistic that sounds?
Yeah.
That your interpretation of reality is the true reality.
Yeah.
That is the most, like, arrogant, narcissistic. I'm gonna say that again. Narcissistic thing I have ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
How full of yourself. It's just
It's like how
look. I know
You
he's
iPad.
autistic, but
I love you.
still, like
As I stood outside,
nobody fucking.
I heard
Well,
Patty's
actually,
last
no.
barks,
Everybody
saying,
fucking told
I
him.
will always love you, Chris.
I don't
Thank
think
you.
him
But we all
going
must
crazy
move
was
on
his
with our
autism.
lives.
I think
Absolutely
with our
not.
beloved
No,
life.
he is
I
a
think-
product of
and in our
what he
memories.
put himself through.
yeah, and also
Patty,
I'm
may
pretty
your
sure
old
I wouldn't be
doghouse
shocked
and
if that guy
surrounding
was
flowers
schizophrenic.
forever memorialize
No,
your blessed
alright,
heart.
alright.
Your
This
barks
guy
at the
is.
stars and
It
strangers,
says he's high
and
functioning,
your
but I
loyal love
really don't think
that
he's
you
high
have blessed
functioning.
upon me and my family and friends.
He actually is high
Bark
functioning
on,
though.
and
Like,
rest
He
in
actually
peace.
took a mental brain
Our beloved
exam and all
lucky
Oh,
that,
that's right, yeah.
and they were literally like, "Yeah, he's
Mm.
he's not that
What
he's
would
not
you
that
do for a
socially
PS3
distant.
and a
And he
chance to
seems
be on Robot
very
Chicken?
aware of
November,
how of
Okay.
his
Adult Swim
handicaps
held
and
That's
another
right,
whatnot.
yeah.
contest.
So he's
This
like
time,
an okay
encouraging viewers
functioning
to submit
guy.
a video
He
where
just
they would
chooses to
say
be
what they
like
would do
this.
for a PlayStation 3. Christian's video featured the appearance of his own makeshift PS3, which was in fact a PS2 encased in a mix of Lego and pixel block pieces.
Hello, my name is Christian Weston Chandler.
He looks the same for the next like 10 years.
What I would do for a PS3? I tell you what I do.
Honestly, man,
Well, if I had the money, I'd
just
win
has a lack of
like all the other
self-awareness
people
for
live
real,
with
for real.
pets and all
Yeah,
that
dude,
stuff.
yeah. Like
I'd go ahead and win
100%
if I had
Yeah.
the
is
money.
not
Because I
not
wanna get
aware
rid
of
that
like
doggone long
how
time
he
hog
acts
grip
and
that I
just
had.
doesn't give a shit.
And,
It is
well, yeah, I
insane.
trade in my PS2
I don't
for
think he
another
became
thing.
dangerous until the idea
Or,
guys showed up.
otherwise,
To who?
The idea
I'd make one
guys.
from wood if it was hard enough.
It's a group of online people who
But you
basically
know what I did?
fed into
I
Christian's
did.
ego to convince him to
I
believe
made
like a
Made one
shitload of
from Lego
Oh
to
no.
like
And believe
the
it or not,
dimensional merge didn't happen until after the idea
I
guys
have to play
happened.
Guitar Hero on this thing.
And like
Don't talk
Nazis invading Quickville and turning
In the
Hitler
beginning of
into a Sonichu
2007,
was a
Christian started
post
working
idea
on a
guys
DVD
thing.
called Yep,
That is
I'm on
awesome.
TV, which
Yes,
would become
he
a
starts drawing
collection
like
of all his
anime.
TV appearances and his homemade videos, in addition to a slideshow of his pictures up to 2007. He planned to make and release it to only a small selection of people, including Mrs. Sanford,
He
with whom
thinks
he
that.
got in touch via email. You may be able to help me in a portion of it
Showing
now.
pictures of his
There will be a
family
slideshow projected from my PlayStation
like
Portable, featuring not only pics of me
a
growing
brag.
up, but the friends,
He
teachers,
thinks that like
and
showing
relatives I've
pictures of
known
his
and
family
remembered,
and shit is like
either from heart, like yourself,
something to brag
as well
about,
as
I
yearbook
guess.
signatures.
Like
Maybe.
he's making
What
it
had
seem like
happened
he's a
during
cool guy.
PBCC. In a nutshell,
For
about
doing it,
Midsummer
but
2003,
nobody
I
gives a
realized
shit.
upon
I mean, his
revelation
dad is
that I needed a
notable, right?
girlfriend to make
Like
me
his
into a
dad has
sweetheart
like
from the
60
ground up.
patents.
So,
I
with a
know, but
sign,
like
which
it's
I've
not
later
like that
realized
anybody
that it made
talks
me look
about it,
slow-minded,
Yeah.
the R word.
But
started my enduring
I'm
love
sure
quest.
Bob bragged about
The
it,
Dean
and
of
so
Student
Chris must have figured
Services,
it was a
Mary
really
Lee
big
Walsh,
deal.
came out and tore
okay.
my sign up right in front of me and said, "You're
'Cause
not gonna get a girlfriend.
That was
this
even
way
something
or
that they
anyway."
mentioned in the
That
Miyamoto saga.
shattered my heart and murdered my
Mm.
soul.
They mentioned that
And it
he
wasn't
had
just her.
60 patents,
The
and that,
policemen and posters
and they
of
were
brown,
even trying to
white, and
argue
red,
that without
aka
Bob Chandler's
the Drill
patents, they
Cops,
wouldn't have been able
blue
to
and
make
black
the
are the
NES so
true
early,
police
even though it's an
soldiers.
entirely
Also
different country
seriously,
and an
he
Right.
told the
entirely,
impression that Virginia
an
is for
entirely
virgins,
different kind of
not lovers.
technological field that he was
He
in.
talked about his high hopes for a future with Megan.
But the guy
and
was
assured his former
successful.
teacher that
And he
she
had
would
like a
receive
wife
copy
and
of
kids,
the
and then he had to
DVD.
go cheat on her.
3 days before his birthday,
Yeah,
he
but-
completed Sonichu issue 6. The first story,
They were both in
titled
previous
Episode
relationships,
12.5,
emotionally
is
cheated on their
strikingly distinct
spouses,
from all
and
the
then came
episodes
together
thus
and married
far,
and have
which
one
stars
kid.
his recently deceased dog,
The
Patty.
stars really
The
aligned for
story
this
opens
one.
with a creative blend of photographic backgrounds
all could have been
and a
avoided if it
hand-drawn
didn't
Patty
cheat.
who wishes she could speak so she could thank Christian for all he has done
Think
for her.
about that, right?
The next
Yeah.
morning, Christian walks outside to feed her, only to discover his dog has transformed into an anthropomorphic
Oh
dog-like
yeah,
creature.
and it turns
who
out the
can
portal
talk.
to Quickville is behind his
They spend
DDR
some
mat in
leisurely
his
time
room.
together, and she tells Chris that she wishes to roam free
Oh my
outside her pen.
Fucking
Chris
god.
leads her indoors
I forgot
and
how
shows her
bad
his
these
room,
images
which
are.
Patty calls crowded, and suggests that if he got a girlfriend,
I
she
forget that
would
the
help him
real
tidy
world is
up.
also a part
Using
of
a
the
Nintendo DS,
Sonichu
Chris
lore.
reveals a portal which opens up to Quickville and declares the town Patty's new roaming
He just
grounds,
didn't feel
where
like
she can
drawing
finally
himself in his
explore with
backyard.
freedom. The final page of the story is a simple full-page tribute to Patty Chandler. The next episode resumes.
Can we make a just the two of us meme?
Yes, the two of us.
I want to sit on
We
my back
can make
porch
it if we try.
drinking like out of my
Yeah.
flask with like a little Neko arc.
Yeah.
They're drinking a beer with.
Just the two. Oh, Decoarch's your Sonichu, huh?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Echo Arc is my song.
A character you didn't even create.
Where the
Well,
last
I guess
comic left off.
Sonichu isn't really.
As Chris and the gang debate the best way to rescue Crystal, they come to the
I don't know what your
conclusion that they
point
need
is.
to acquire the 7 Sonichu
I kind of
balls to
debunked
save
my
her.
own point.
They discover an evil green Sonichu.
Oh yeah,
that
Nate
envelops
searched
Chris in a
Sonichu.
dark
Let's
dimension
go.
in which he announces
He
himself
wears
as the
BDSM
Sonichu
clothing
form
because
of
he's just
Nate
Chris
Cirque,
but
who then
gay.
reveals his true form.
That's the
and
whole
declares
bit.
that he is in
That the
fact
dark evil
Relnat
version of
Natsu
Nate Cirque.
Cirque.
The dark
As the
dark
name implies,
Christian is
he's
just gay
completely the
Christian.
opposite of Christian, with his semi-bare chest symbolizing his raging homosexuality, which horrifies and offends Chris.
No.
Meanwhile, Black
It's what
Sonichu
Chris.
announces that
It's what Chris really wants to be, but he won't succumb to his inner desires. It's the man he wants to be, Andre.
Bro, even when he wants to admit it, he doesn't admit it. He becomes an entire new gender just so that he doesn't have to admit he's gay.
Oh my, I know, right?
But like, because he said that on
back
multiple
Nate Cirque,
occasions
and
that
now he
that
is
the
on
only
friendly
reason he
terms with
became
Chris's
a woman
friends,
was
and has also all of
because
a sudden
Yeah, and
developed a romantic.
He literally foreshadowed it too.
yeah.
Yeah,
That the only reason he did it was because he believed it would give him a better chance at getting women.
interest in
I wouldn't be
others.
shocked if there was
Chris and
some
Nate
gender
Cirque
confused
transform
thoughts
into
in
their
that man.
Oh,
Sonichu
you
forms
absolutely.
and battle
No, he was
until
there
Chris
was
Chan somehow ends up
he
back
could
in
not
Manchester
figure
High
himself
School,
out, but like
just as Nate Cirque
he
is
did
about to
say it
deal
a
the
bunch of
final
times
blow.
that
A
wasn't
phantom
what was
basketball
actually going
knocks him
on.
unconscious. Chris is woken up by Megan,
Or maybe
who
that
tells
was
him
what
that
it
Nate Cirque
wasn't.
fell
Maybe
into a
it was
coma
like
after
initially.
hitting his head
He's
on the
just super
bleachers
like.
and
The
is
thing
currently
about
in
it
the
is
hospital.
he's
Bionic the
he's extremely like insecure about it too,
Yeah.
and he's so worried about what other people thinks about the way he views himself,
Yeah.
and he like completely just disregards any fucking logic. And and also he doesn't care about being happy. He just cares about looking cool in the way he wants. It's fucking.
Yeah.
The Hedgehog reveals
It's
himself as the
stupid.
one who wielded the basketball at Nate Cirque's head. They reminisce about old times and how Chris hasn't drawn Bionic since 2004. Chris laments that he is 25 years old, having never even had a date. The dialogue suddenly becomes a promo for his
That's gonna be
up-and-coming
me here in
Yup,
4
I'm on
years.
TV DVD,
Oh, no.
I'm
which
just
would
gonna
not be
become
available
Chris
for
Chan.
purchase. The scene cuts to 10 weeks later, when Nate Cirque awakens from his
Yep,
coma
I'm on
with a
TV.
fiery
I'm on
urge
TV,
to murder
DVD.
Bionic the Hedgehog.
Mm-hmm.
On February 24th,
Oh, yeah.
2007, Christian
He's saying it like
celebrated his
somebody
very
asked
special
him.
25th birthday. He held the joint birthday and DVD launch party at what appeared to be the game
Oh my
place.
god.
To mark this special
Oh,
occasion
no.
and to instill his
Oh,
wisdom unto
no.
others, he
No,
recorded
no,
his
no.
important
Oh wait,
message
yeah,
video
this.
in which he reflects
Hello.
on all he has
I'm
learned over the
here
course
and
of his
y'all
life.
are there.
He wished for it to
God.
become an educational video shown in schools, but this goal has yet to be accomplished.
God, no.
They're
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, and dudes of all
teenagers as well as
the,
gals.
My name is Christian
In
Chandler.
there?
I am
here and
and
y'all are there.
This message is for everyone of the present and the future beyond this date, February
my
24th, 2007.
This is a lengthy video.
My 25th birthday.
That's
I
right,
am
yeah,
thankful
because
to
he's
be
trying to teach kids
And
to
in my
be
25
straight.
years,
Yeah, he's like,
I've seen and
don't
learned so
be
much.
gay,
And today,
don't
I
drink,
am
don't
here
smoke,
intended to
and
share
that's
some
and like
wise
basically
words
just be
that
a
I
good
hope each and
person.
every one of you will take to heart
But don't be
and allow for
yourself.
yourself and everyone else a
Be
better,
how
brighter
I
future.
think you
He
should be.
encourages his audience not to take
I'm
up
the only
dirty
one that
habits
matters.
like drinking
I know,
or
right?
smoking.
You should avoid at all costs
This goal has yet to be
smoking,
accomplished.
drinking alcohol,
Correction, never
and
will be
taking similar
accomplished.
icky,
Just you wait.
dangerous
I'm
stuff.
gonna pull some strings on the
And
school
smoking will
on
eventually
the
cause
education
cancer.
system real quick.
And you'll be more likely to get heart attack, viruses, and your life will be cut
I'm gonna tell them
drastically
they're
short.
they're
They don't call
anti-autism
cigarettes
if
and
they don't show
cigars
this video
death
in
sticks
all
for nothing,
schools.
other than
Oh my
killing you
God.
slowly. If I could, I would take every last ounce of tobacco, put them on a
But
rocket,
he
and shoot
makes
them up to the
it.
moon.
But he makes it thinking
He
that
encourages
this is
boys
actually
to
going
buy
to be
a
shown
My
to
Little Pony
kids.
Yeah.
figure to get
Like, he
accustomed to the
actually,
female
like,
form.
This man genuinely thinks that he is that fucking cool.
Yeah,
That schools are going to. Oh my god, dude.
yeah, dude.
And pretends
He's
to treat
fucking
it
crazy.
He
like a girl
actually
they like.
If you're
thinks.
a young gentleman, I recommend buying yourself a My Little Pony figure of your favorite color.
Oh, yeah.
Or whatever.
Now,
Give it
stroking
to
the
me,
hair
baby.
of
Yeah,
said
that's right.
pony,
Only girls are
very
only allowed to
relaxing
play
and
with girl
therapeutic,
toys, and boys are
and
only allowed
also
to play with
rubbing
boy
against the cheek.
toys.
Oh yeah.
Nice. And
Listen,
also,
I'm telling you one
you
thing.
can pretend that
You are not
the
gonna catch
pony
my ass
is
playing with a
that
Barbie.
girl you want
Alright?
to take out too. You want to take out sometime, and talk
Ninja
to the
Turtle
pony like you would
toys.
talk to the
Ninja
girl.
Turtle toys all the
And he
way.
recommends
I
that
ain't-
girls
I ain't
get
fucking with no
Transformers.
Barbie.
Now, for the
Well,
ladies,
what if
I
it's April
recommend
O'Neil?
Maybe. Okay,
a
look,
good
listen.
old
I might use a Ken doll,
I
but
might.
that's a different whole nother.
But what if
thing.
it's an April O'Neil
Sometimes I
Barbie
like to,
doll?
Sometimes I like to play with the Ken doll a little too much. Getting a little curious. Anyways,
That
What
was
were you-
so forced.
what were you talking about?
That was so forced. We're gonna reenact some Kirby real quick.
Oh no!
Autobot.
I don't know what we're talking about.
You were saying you ain't gonna play with no Barbie
Oh
doll.
yeah, no.
Because
And no,
You're not gonna catch my ass playing with a Barbie, okay? Maybe a Ken doll. But
you
here's
just
the thing.
said that.
Wait, hold on.
You
I'm getting
just-
deja vu.
Yes, you just said that, you fucking
you get to
nincompoop.
learn how to examine the mechanics and variations of each and every
Muffin
of
Man
the
always
wildlife you
wins.
have.
Dude,
Like you
I
would
so
like you would
bad
learn
want to
how a
recreate
man
that.
works.
I can never
And it'll allow you
capture
to feel more
that
comfortable
energy.
in approaching.
I'm gonna go to
talking
sleep.
to
Good night, guys.
that
Good
pony
night,
you've been learning
Tracy.
from a distance, or
It's good
just
seeing
been,
you. Love you.
flirting with from a distance.
Night night.
And hopefully, all you have to do is just end up.
All
and
you
say
have to do
hello.
is end up
I
saying.
mean, it's not so
Yeah,
hard.
he's
All you
basically
have to
telling
do is
autistic
say
people,
hello
"Come
to the
on,
man
guys,
lady
it's
that's
not that
off.
hard to be
And
socially
everything will
active."
just get rolling from there.
Proceeds to not
Encourages
go
girls
out
to
and
be
talk
more
to people.
open to having a
Proceeds to just
relationship
sit
with less
recluse
attractive
even when he's out in
males,
public.
and states
Yeah,
the
when he
importance of
proceeds to
staying
go
with
out
their
in public
first
to make
mate,
it look like he's
neglecting that both of
socializing,
his
but then most
parents
of the
were
time
married
just sits and
before.
minds his own fucking
He
business.
finally stresses the point that it is crucial that boys
You should
and
do that
girls
everywhere,
stay
honestly.
straight.
Also, keep in mind
He
that
just
while you're
puts up a
playing with
sign
these
and
things,
expects
you should
girls
keep in
to
mind
walk
of
up
what
to
your true
him.
original gender is. Because it's like you're learning about that girl you want to take on a date,
Young man.
Or likewise, you
Roger,
feel
how
more
many
comfortable
times
to
have you
approach
watched
that
this
boy
video
by just saying
specifically?
hello that you've been checking out from a distance.
Young lady.
Have you been
And hopefully
like
due time or
studying
now,
the
each
script
and
like I
every one
studied in
for
the
you
Turtle
will
script?
stay
Oh
straight.
yeah,
You
all
know, girl
72
for boy,
episodes.
boy for girl.
Oh god.
Everything else is vice.
At least
As said by
mine is
Dr.
like worth
Keating.
maybe 4 episodes.
And besides, to be straight away from the straight path can really jeopardize the entire future
You have a
of the
bigger
world
brain,
and the
huh?
human
Oh
race.
yeah.
This
And
video
I'm
would
filling it
become the
with
final addition
garbage.
to the DVD.
I am
With
I am
Christopher
Christian Weston Chandler.
Live long and shine on in your very own unique way.
War is never the
War is never the
answer.
answer.
Peace
Peace
always is.
Never fight.
Never fight.
Compliments will get you fuzzy wuzzies.
War gets you the
War
prickly
gets you
wicklies.
prickly wicklies. As well as punches, they get you those too.
Oh my god, dude.
Thank you very much, and have a wonderful day.
Oh my god.
In March,
In
Chris
March.
reignited communications
I'm just
via
sorry
email
about your
with his
opinion.
half-brother, Cole
Girls
Smithy,
can play
who
with
had made a career for
Transformers and
himself
boys
as a
can
film
play with
critic.
Top My Little
This
Ponies.
renewed interest was most likely in
simple
order to acquire his
curiosity.
address so he could
Always
send his
feel my
DVD to his
empathy.
brother.
That
I've
way
talked to
show
Mom, and I
you
quote her
just
when she
what
said,
I
"I
have
do regret giving you
made
up to
up.
Cole. We've had a bunch of good years
Okay, at
up
first
till
I
the
was like, what the
madness,
fuck? And he went,
and all things
"Show me
considered,
what
I still
I
love
made."
Cole
Like,
very
oh,
much,
oh my
like
God.
any
Oh my
other mother
God.
would for her son.
You're strong.
She really
You're
does.
gonna
Cole's
You can't
response
race
was
to the
brutally
other
cold and
side
honest.
of the rainbow.
I grew up in an abusive household with Barbara and my former stepfather,
Oh,
shit,
Sherry,
here we go,
where
yeah.
physical and mental
this is Cole
punishments
Smithy,
ran the gamut,
the
from
half
bare-ass
brother.
beatings
Is this
to
the one
cold
that becomes like
showers
a
to bizarre
YouTube?
scenarios.
Oh,
acted
he's
out
like a
perfectly by
he's
two
like a movie
deeply
critic,
neurotic
yeah.
adults.
And
The
he's like
treatment I
he's
received in
Bob's
Richmond,
kid, but not
Virginia, was another
Chris's
matter
kid.
altogether. To raise a
No,
child
no,
in
he's
such conditions
Bob's
is
kid, but not Barbara's
inexcusable.
kid.
Right.
Even at a very young
And
age,
he
I
still
knew that they would
lived with
abandon
Bob
me.
and
They
Barbara,
were
and
both
apparently
irresponsible
Barbara
and
was really
incompetent
awful
parents
to
who
him.
exposed me to traumas that I would rather not remember.
Hey,
He
Jason.
continued to elaborate on his feelings towards Bob. The crux of my problem with Barbara comes from two sources. The first is Bob's bitter influence on her, which worked to separate our relationship just as Bob did with his own children, with whom he has no association. In nearly 44 years of life, I've never met a meaner or more reprehensible Republican cur than Bob Chandler.
Oh
I hope
shit.
that you will email me when he dies so that I can celebrate. Our mutual hatred has never been a secret, and it points out
can't
Barbara's
wait for that
proclivity
scene,
to
man.
isolate herself
Which
via
one?
scurrilous mates. The second and more compelling issue that permanently ruined my relationship with
Do
Barbara is the
you
litany of
realize-
lies
This is
she tells
before he
anyone who
became
will listen
online
about the
popular.
identity of my biological father and
Oh
about
yeah,
her
I forgot.
marriage
You know,
history.
this is
He
all
revealed
set up.
that he employed
Yeah,
her
we're
private
still-
investigator
story.
to
Yeah.
track down his
Like,
biological
right
father,
now-
who
right
is most
now we're
likely
in,
a
like-
man named Rand
we're in, like, the
Coleman
Pilaf
Yates, to
arc
whom
in
Barbara was
Dragon Ball.
married.
We're still building
Go
up
ahead
to the
and send your
actual
DVD to my address
21st
listed below.
Tenkaichi Budokai
You and I
Tournament.
may be related, but
Yeah.
our mother only loves you.
Or actually, no,
As
this
the
is
months
the Raditz
progressed,
portion.
Chris and Megan's strained relationship carried on.
And
She
then
told
the
him that she did
Vegeta
not appreciate him
Kappa
depicting
fight
her
in real
original
story
female
begins.
characters with breasts, and once more ordered Christian to stop touching her. In May, Chris created a YouTube account
Oh
called
my God,
Sonachu
dude.
and uploaded his
Oh
first.
my god,
This
dude.
this is the setup to the Exodus.
Dude, bro, this is like, okay. I miss old YouTube, by the way.
Oh yeah.
I miss the old YouTube layout. It
was
I
so
need
wild.
this, dude. I need this back in my life.
I wish they'd give you the option to
Fight
make
on
it
the
look
game
like
Soul
it.
Calibur
Oh yeah,
of
it's
Chris
Chris Chan
Mary Lee
versus
Walsh.
fucking Mary Lee Walsh in Soul Calibur 2.
Actually, I think that's 3.
I'm pretty sure it's 2.
In June, Megan left for Kentucky, with Chris emailing her frequently, updating her with
you
his
create characters
activities
in
at the game place
I
and
think
saying
so.
how much he missed
I don't
her.
remember. I
He
know you
also
could do it in
mentioned
3.
attending an upcoming
Then maybe
rummage
it's
sale
3.
in town,
I
which
think-
ended up being
couldn't
reported
you?
on in
I
the
don't think
Daily
you could,
Progress,
so.
with Barbara
Oh,
and
man.
Christian
You can have like
receiving
custom
an honorary
variations of the
mention.
characters, but you couldn't like.
Right behind Ross,
Oh,
Christian
shit,
and
you're right,
Barbara
you're right.
Chandler were waiting to shop. Christian wanted toys and video games, while his mother wanted to look for fabric. In the meantime, Sony held the Chop Chop Master Onions
Oh
Rap
yeah,
Showdown
yes,
contest
baby.
to promote
This
the
is
Parappa
what
the
Papa
Rapper video
asked
game,
for.
which
The
required
fucking
contestants
Parappa
to
the
submit a
Rapper
video
song,
of
yeah.
themselves performing a song from the game. However, they
The
were
fact that
limited
I'm
to
getting
only using their
genuinely
own
excited.
voices, with the use of
Fucking- oh my
backing
God.
tracks, resulting in an immediate disqualification.
Dude,
The
I would
winner
have
would
loved
get
to
2
have been in this
PSPs
concert if
and
I
an
was old enough to
all-expense trip
comprehend
to
it.
Seattle's Penny
yeah.
Arcade Expo. Chris was
I
convinced
feel like
that if he were to win the
you and me and
competition,
Ryan could have
he
done
could
a
give one of
great
the
a great
PSPs to
addition.
Megan and then invite her along to see.
You know how easy it would have been for us to become YouTube famous?
Yeah,
All you had to do
was just be born like 5 years earlier.
yeah, no, literally all you had to do was just consistently make videos.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Nowadays you have to grind.
Now you have to be. Yeah, now you actually.
There's a
He could
fucking
fall in love
science
with him
to
and finally
YouTube now.
take his
Yeah,
virginity.
AP
It's
Station.
insane.
My name is Christian Chandler. I live in Bucksville,
Virginia.
Virginia.
I have a PSP.
I like to rap.
I play with the rapper.
I go with you
Okay now.
The only song I
I
know
is Master Onion,
which I got from a
demo I bought from my friend
Megan.
Megan.
Chris's video was far from polished,
Andre.
with rehearsal probably kept at a minimum.
Kick punch. This is all of them.
You
I
want more
got 10.
testing? I'm sure
Street
you'll
five.
find that you all things that I
Kick
teach you
and
to
turn.
beat ya. Over the rest of that to listen
He inserts various seemingly random video effects, which were at his disposal via the camera he used to film the video,
Wait,
the
he
PlayStation
didn't just-
Eye.
duck and turn, duck and turn.
Birthday boy.
And pose, jump pose.
He didn't bother making multiple takes?
No.
You didn't think about practicing it beforehand either?
No. He's perfect.
Rap. That's a rap.
He believes
The
he's
following
perfect.
month, Christian found out that his entry made
Dude,
it
Dude,
into
and then
the
he
top
makes an
10
alternate
and was now
account to
eligible
review
to the
his
public
vote, his
ultimately
entry.
due
He
to
goes
the
like,
low number of total
and
entries.
I am a great
He announced his elation online
music
and urged
critic.
everyone to vote
Bars,
for him on all his
absolutely
websites
correct. It's
and
like,
social
I am a
media.
great
no.
He
YouTube
also
critic,
emailed several people
music
asking
critic,
for
and
their
I
vote.
believe that this man
This
has
included
produced
some
the greatest
unlikely
piece of
candidates,
musical art
such
I've
as
ever
his
seen.
former guidance
As he
counselor
says
from
at the end of the
PVCC,
video so
Susan
brilliantly,
Hannafin, and his
rap,
brother.
rap, that's a
After some
rap.
deliberation,
God,
Cole
hell
agreed to
no.
vote for Chris, only after Chris asked their mother about who Cole's real father was. Chris promptly replied that he asked her and claimed that his father was Jack Dale Smithy, which Cole knew to be untrue. Understandably unsatisfied and upset, he continued to email Chris about how Barbara enveloped his life in lies, closing with an earnest wish
Let
to
me
be
know when that
informed of Bob's eventual passing.
That fuck Bob finally
Chris
dropped.
intensified his campaign by handing out flyers at the game place.
Yeah, he was
urging
handing
fellow
out
visitors
flyers
to
for
vote.
people to
He
vote on
even
his
resorted to
Parappa the
voting for
Rappa
his own
video.
video by making fake accounts, and gave himself a glowing review. From Quick Sonichu, Video
Hey,
Lucky 7. Such
Such
honesty of the situation and devotion
to his lucky girlfriend adds great emotion to his performance.
The
The
visually
visually
appealing
appealing
effects
effects
added the best
to the
humor and biggest laugh I had
bunch.
among the bunch. I enjoyed the fun background of his assumed-to-be bedroom, and his informative feedback on playing Guitar Hero on PlayStation 3 was truly a
As
wise
this
and great
brave
addition.
autistic warrior.
Also, he has nailed the lyrics a cappella.
Way.
As this brave autistic warrior
He wrote
so
this about
creatively put it
himself.
at the end. Rap, 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 that's a rap. Truly the cherry on the top of the sundae. A perfect score of 5 out of 5 stars for his marvelous effort, and smiling at knowing he looked a bit stupid. Voting was closed at the end of July.
Oh my god.
The polls are closed, and I am anxious to find out if I'm number 1 of the Rappas or not. I really want that trip to Seattle, so I
he
can be
actually
with my
made
sweet
it to the
Megan
final
longer than usual
round
and
against
have
one
fun
other
together.
person because there
I
were
love
so
her
few
so
people
much.
that actually submitted
On
videos
August
for
3rd,
it.
it was announced that the winner of the Chop Chop Master Onions Rap Showdown
Bro, wait.
was Adam Stackhouse.
Crack, crack, crack the egg into the bowl. Crack,
The
crack,
actual
crack the
video is
egg
good,
into the
though.
bowl.
Yeah, because they actually put effort into it.
Chris immediately wrote
Like,
a
they
strongly
actually
capitalized
gave a
email to Sony
Yeah, dude.
demanding they reconsider. I really wanted that trip so I could have a chance to impress my sweetest Megan and possibly fulfill my dream of getting married and soon have a daughter named Crystal. Yet now I, a frustrated high-functionally...
There is a motherfucker. It is almost midnight. There is somebody blasting their goddamn music while they're driving around.
Yep.
Only in fucking Amazon.
You're never...
autistic 25-year-old virgin have been
Swear.
balls broken like I have through a big chunk of my life in America's favorite game, Kick the Autistic. Sigh. I had my fantasies of having fun with Megan,
Hey,
taking
dude,
her
bro,
to really
at
extra
least
vacations
be
and
fucking
destination.
happy that
I am not
at
rich.
that time
Taking
America
a long-wanted
recognized
tour
autism.
of the
I'm pretty
Nintendo
sure
of
most of the
America
world didn't
company
give a
tour
shit.
with her, playing Guitar Hero
His
against the
parents
guy in the
didn't even
Parappa
give a shit
costume,
either.
jamming with
Oh,
Megan in
man.
the hotel room, and
They
possibly our first
just
time
straight
in
up
bed.
refused to
Sigh.
admit there was anything
Life
wrong with
can
them.
be so unfair and f***ing corrupt, but I digress. Take the a cappella rule
Why
to
does
the
he
max
type it
on
like
those
he's
3
actually
out of 10
talking? I don't-
videos.
And then he keeps
Care.
saying,
Christian Weston
sigh.
Chandler.
And then, no, he
He
wants you
argued
to know
the
that
winning
he's
entry
sighing.
used a backing
Yeah.
track and had to be disqualified. However,
He wants
since the
you to
backing
know
music
how
was actually
burdened
sung
he
in a
is to
cappella,
say what to
the
type
entry
what
was
he's
deemed
typing.
suitable. Chris seemingly ignored the rule that contestants could not rewrite the lyrics, which Chris obviously did, thusly disqualifying
He
himself.
didn't know the lyrics, let
He
alone
directed his anger
rewrite them.
towards Stackhouse in his blog post on the PlayStation
Yeah, he said
Network's website.
he tried claiming that
This is
that Adam
directed mostly to Adam
Stackhouse
the
cheated
SOB,
because there
the
was background
alphabetically
music,
first
but it was
video
a
in the
cappella,
Parappa
so it
contest
counted.
and got wrongfully the big prize. This jerk's
Because the
video
whole
was
thing is you
against
couldn't
the no
rewrite the
music
lyrics
rule.
and you couldn't
His,
reuse the music,
Surya
so you had to make
Butchwald,
your
and
own version of
Aberusky's
it.
video all should have been disqualified
That's
because
why his
they
was
all
a
had
cappella.
music.
It's like crack, crack, crack.
He also
the
let
egg into
Megan
the
know
bowl.
about his sorrow. I am angry, depressed, and lonesome, all simultaneously.
I worked
worked so
so
damn
damn
hard.
hard. I
I
spent
sent like
over 500 messages on MySpace.
He
worked
spent more time sucking his own dick than
Than he did
actually making a
good
fucking video.
Yeah.
over 500 messages between MySpace, PlayStation Network, and AOL. And I even
Well,
made
dumb,
up
you
over
know?
120 dummy
Oh,
email
well,
accounts
what
would you
to
know
match
about
with their dummy
putting effort
PlayStation
into
accounts so I
videos,
could stuff the
Matthew?
ballot.
You're right.
Sigh.
You're right.
I failed.
God damn.
So much effort.
Caught me in
Rapping
4K.
and dancing with
Actually,
goofy
caught me in
effects to
like
be even
720.
considered. Spreading the word as
But
far and wide
that's
as
still
possible.
more clear than most
Wasted.
bank security
And I did
cameras.
it all for you, Megan. I had you in my heart as I chopped the onion a la mode dance. Megan finally let him have a piece of her mind. I just want to say that your behavior has irritated me for the last time. First, I'll start off with saying that I'm glad you didn't win the contest because I have no
Picture
interest in
of
going on a
fucking
trip
planet
alone with
17
someone who
billion
can't
light
keep
years
his hands
away
off me.
is in like
I'm not your
Ultra
girlfriend, and I
16K.
never will be. When I say
Picture
don't
of
touch
security
me, that
camera
means
on Earth
don't touch
is
me.
fucking just
What
4
may seem friendly
pixels.
to you is sexual harassment to me.
No wonder people get away with shit.
Yeah. We're
You're
too busy
sure.
looking at space.
They're looking at us.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like your Megan obsession. I don't like being a character in your comics. I don't like how you made me a character in Soul
He didn't
Calibur
even
and
ask her,
Animal
did he?
Crossing.
No,
That
he
kind
did
of
not.
behavior really freaks me
That's
out.
actually fucked up.
To release his rage,
Oh,
Christian
God.
filmed a video of himself shooting a dart-firing Megatron pistol at a dartboard with a photo
He
of
doesn't
Adam
deserve a
Stackhouse's
Megatron
face
pistol.
on it.
He shot.
And that is how angry I am at Adam Stackhouse, Apraluski, Rudell, and Surya Butchwald. They should have been disqualified because they had music and more than one person in their Freakazoid videos.
As time
That was
went on,
not
his
a
attitude
law.
towards
in-
Megan
He is
changed
such a
little,
child.
announcing his displeasure at her,
He is such a
fraternizing with her
baby.
friend Christopher. The hugging was one thing, but when I heard the smack of your kiss on
Okay,
his cheek,
so
it
he's
started a
crying
chain
about it
reaction in
because
my head,
he's
from
not gonna
OMG
get that
to
trip
simultaneous
to
infuriation
Seattle,
and
right?
jealousy. I assure you
See,
that I would not do
or
anything
the
extreme
place
to
go see
Christopher.
Megan.
Originally, I was not
Right.
fond of him,
What?
because it was obvious
Okay,
that he
wait,
was
so
a
he's
homo.
mad
Yes,
that he's
I
not
am
gonna
a
get a
homophobe.
chance to go
I
see
fear
Megan,
them all,
right?
and I fear the
No,
tormenting
like,
temptations of
his
falling off the
intention
straight
was is
path.
that he had won
But
the
then I
the
mentally,
rapper
sometimes
contest.
from a DVD,
The
and if
reward
you'll
of it
pardon
is
the
that you get a
expression,
free trip
shove some
to
pussy in my face.
Seattle,
I tell you what,
to the
if I ever
American
stoop down
PlayStation
to changing
headquarters
my
or whatever.
path, I might as well would get a
And
gender
his
change
intention was
operation.
is that he wanted to take Megan on
In
with
late
her on like a
October,
vacation,
Daniel Mims,
and
who
he said
frequented
that
the game
because he was
place,
going to take him on a
covertly
vacation,
snapped
that
a
he was
couple of
basically
photos of
owed
Chris
sex
in
from that.
mid-battle, and
Yeah.
his buddy Lucas
So-
uploaded them.
He's sitting here bitching that he's not getting out, while Megan is telling him,
That
"I'm not interested in you. Let's not do this."
Yeah,
But he's still mad that he can't do it.
yeah, oh yeah, for real, for real.
It's like, what the fuck's the point now?
Them onto the
Man, you're
anonymous
just a
image board,
fucking
4chan.
troll.
A
Just
user
a
on the
damn
comedy
dirty
website,
troll.
Something Awful, who had seen Christian on the UVA campus,
You're right,
created
you're
a
right.
thread focused on
Oh,
Christian
God.
and his comics, unleashing the Christian myth onto the world. Members debated over the veracity of his
Yeah,
supposed
it's like the
actions,
winner of
and
it
those who
had,
have
like, a
witnessed him in
vendetta
person
against him,
shared
too.
their stories. The fascination around
Why is
Chris
it always
quickly
right in the
spread
spot I
to
can't
other
reach?
websites.
That's fine.
The
got an
outlandishness of
itch.
the situation motivated people to draw inappropriate fan
God.
art featuring Chris and his Sonichu characters.
Oh no.
On November 3rd, in a thread
Yeah,
on
the
4chan,
most popular
a
one
user
is
named
definitely
Evan
Rose Chew with
Christopher
a
George
PP,
was encouraged to send
I've
Chris
drawn.
an email showcasing a small selection of fan art. This is some fan art of Sonichu my friends and I have
You drew that.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to show me later.
drawn. I hope you
I
enjoy
don't know
it.
if I have a picture
The
of it on my
included
phone or
images
something.
were
It's in
Chris
one of my old
hosting girlfriend
notebooks.
auditions with no darkies written on his desk, a short comic about Chris losing his virginity by having sex with Sonichu, a graphic depiction of Sonichu
no.
masturbating while yelling out, "No darkies, jerk up," and Chris and Sonic Thorndike, a character conceived by one Blaze Sonic, having a stare down. Chris's reply was rather unexpected. "Thank you for your fan art contributions. In constructive criticism, I like
That's
the
not-
one
this
with
is
me
not
and
gonna
the
be
girlfriend
constructive
auditions, as well as my glaring in the eyes of the blue guy. But I'm feeling great detest towards the other two. Sonichu and I are not of that nature at all. If you would like to make it up to me, though, please draw a strip of Rose Chew stripping for Sonichu and have him f her, and draw
Rose Chew, man.
So he doesn't care. He just wants.
He doesn't.
He just doesn't
I
want
don't
gay
care
porn.
if Sonichu gets gay porn. I just don't want it to be gay porn.
Exactly. This
Freaking-
motherfucker has no respect.
He gets a hell of a
Chew
character arc.
masturbating and squirting.
God.
I am straight, damn it. I will not be veered in any other disgustingly grotesque direction. Again, most nasty fan arts are not appreciated at all. Please feel free to share that quote with the rest of the fans. Sincerely, Christian Weston Chandler. We're keeping track. Evan immediately posted Chris's
This guy,
response
oh
on
my
4chan,
God.
and in order to archive all future interactions, Jason Kendrick Howell created a page on the satirical Wikipedia-style website Encyclopedia Dramatica, solely devoted to Christian. Under the assumption that these people on the internet provoking and making fun of him, or trolls,
Yeah, no,
or genuine fans
He
of
would not
his,
become
he
nearly
shared
as
the
popular
news
if he
with
didn't
Megan.
have to respond
The
to
good news,
literally
though, is
every
that I've
single
had more
criticism
fans
that
for
ever gets
Sonichu
thrown
than I
his way.
thought. Now the
And
worst
the
is
fact that
bad.
every
I
time
got
he's
this
even
email
remotely
earlier
threatened,
that
he
had a
gives
set
them
of 4
his home
fan art of
address.
Sonichu and me. While I enjoyed more
thing
the spoof
cries
of me
when it's
sitting
on there.
by a box
Yeah.
on a sidewalk,
People
girlfriend
like
auditions,
fucking-
and the one with me glaring in the eyes of a blue hedgehog in armor. The other two, in that set of 4, freaked, creeped, and scared the crap out of my head. A lot worse than my freakout over you on Christopher's lap last night. Please keep that in private. In other words, get a room.
It's semen.
I sent him a reply with
See,
respective criticism.
man.
I was
Not
infuriated.
semen.
He also found out
Let's
about an
explode!
artist on the website
Yay!
DeviantArt
Man,
who had
bazooka
made
jokes!
Astonishing-related fan art, but did not credit Chris in it, and also discovered the Encyclopedia Dramatica page. In the meantime, Evan continued to send Chris more fan art. I'm very sorry I disappointed you, Chris Chan.
Jen, I drew as you wanted.
Wished.
It's
sent a
fucking
drawing
Sonic.
of a
It's
naked
Rose Chew
having
stripping
sex
for
with
Sonic, but then it
and
realizes
finally
that Rose Chew
masturbating
has a
and
big
squirting out
ol'
of her
pee-pee.
gigantic penis. Oh, and here's more art from more of my friends. I didn't draw any of this stuff though, so if you don't like it, I have no guilt. This email included more graphic content, including Mary Lee Walsh and a transgender Rose Chew. Alright, I have one last batch of fan art. I'm sorry to send so many to you, but my friends are really eager to share it all. I hope you enjoy. He attached more fan art, a few more tasteful than the rest. Chris replied, disclosing a link.
The
to
JoJo
a
one.
page about
The JoJo
Chris
one.
denied
Oh
the
my
Oh
account.
my god.
No
What?
way.
What a horrible page. I'm sorry. I must wonder how they got pictures of our emails. I hope no one's hacking my email account. Ignoring security concerns, Christian sent another angry email. Do me a favor, draw a vagina on my Rose Chew. Rose Chew is a girl.
But you gave him
She
the
never
wrong
had a
tail,
freaking
you
pickle.
see.
If I see one more freaking
You
pickle,
should have thought
and you may
of that.
spread this quote to other adult
Because it's
fan
actually
artists,
canon
I will
now that
create
that
you
Rose Chew
in
was
Soul
born as a
Calibur 3
male.
and beat you up like there's no tomorrow. Evan
Because of
replied with a
the
simple
because of
"uh-oh,"
the
and a
retcon
picture
where
of
like
Rose Chew
female Rose
holding a
Chews have
pickle,
different
saying,
shaped
I
tails.
wish pickles could
He
masturbate
fucked
and
up.
squirt. And Evan
Well,
saying,
no,
Fudge,
he
you're going to
drew
beat me up
Rose
in
Chew,
SC3
created her
now, aren't you?
before that
I shouldn't
became a
have let our
thing.
souls get fiercely entangled.
So like they
On November
and then the
4th,
idea guys
someone
tricked
who
them into
called
saying
herself
like, nope, that's how it
Vivian G
is. So
sent an
you know.
email claiming that she independently created a similar character called Sonichu and wanted Chris to acknowledge that it wasn't stealing. Evidently, he stated that it was fan art and that she shouldn't keep doing it because his characters mean too much to him. Vivian then sent a caps-locked email trying to convince him to improve himself. Jesus, are you so high on your horse that you think it's fan art? Jesus Christ, man, you are irritating me. You are putting me under more damn stress than you'll ever have. I want to express my goddamn self to the internet, and I find that some prick who thinks he's so great can call homosexuals wrong. And I have 2 lesbian friends who would be offended as f by your ignorance, and thinks that going around stalking girls will get you a girlfriend. Newsflash, bitch. You mean nothing to this world, and you will never get laid unless you improve yourself. Your troubles with jerk cops isn't because of them.
I swear,
It's because
Christian
of
could have
you.
spun this as
Fuck off and
ironic
die.
if he wasn't completely
This entire
serious.
debacle
Yeah,
with
he just
trolls
takes this way
encouraged
too
Joshua
fucking
Martinez
seriously.
to toy
Yeah,
with
dude.
Chris, who first met him at James
He
Madison
doesn't realize the
University, where they
goofy
both
ass
received
shit
speech
that he's
therapy
drawing.
and
The
remained
best
as
ending was kind of
acquaintances.
wet.
He managed to
Because
convince
remember those
Chris
videos
that he
of him, like,
regularly
wearing the
schmoozed
shades
with
and the
movie
backwards
stars,
hat
thanks to
and
his
shit?
connections to the
Yeah,
movie
no, he
business.
literally could
He
have just
contacted Chris and
ended
claimed
his
that he
internet
found a
career
girl
with
who would
that.
like to meet him,
Said, I'm not
when in
actually
fact,
autistic.
he was
I work
only
40
trolling
hours a
him.
week. It was all just
He
a
even
joke.
pretended to be this Lori and had a conversation with
He
Chris
could have
through
ended his
instant
whole
messaging.
career with that.
Christian
and it would have
reported
been
on his
fine.
elation in an email to Anna. Her
But
name
no,
is Lori
no,
Lopez.
it
I
kept
chatted
going.
with her through
It
AOL
did.
instant
I'm
message
going.
last night.
I'm going.
She was really sweet, and not only did I have a
Right.
great time getting
Yeah.
to know her, but, blush, I got turned on. I know that she works
Oh,
at a car lot, I think. She is
No.
23, brunette,
No.
brown eyes, and she
No.
is a mix of American and
You don't know
Spanish.
fuck.
If you've watched the movie Into the Blue, the starring woman, Jessica Alba, is an American-Spanish mix as well. He also mentioned her to Megan and even attached a supposed photo of her. On November 7th, Chris filmed a video pleading
Oh, this
those
is the one where
involved
he's like,
with the ED
oh,
page
well,
to be
there,
more
some
respectful
people have been
about
calling
him
me
and take
lots
it
of
down
names,
and
you
talk
know,
to
like
length about his
dumb,
life and what
stupid,
caused him to be in his
badass,
current
whatever you want to
situation.
call me.
It has come to my attention that I have a lot more fans of my electric hedgehog Pokemon Sonichu than I had originally thought. And I thank each and every one of you for your support. And I will draw more comics when I get some positive inspiration or when I feel like it.
Some people suck your dick.
After all,
That's
everybody, else,
yeah.
everybody has a life, so do I. I have a life.
No, you don't.
I would like to humbly apologize
What life?
for appearing to be some kind of sleaze, troll, badass, or whatever
Okay.
adjective,
Oh, wait. Oh, we
slur,
missed it.
explicit you may feel about me.
What happened?
Please understand, I am a
I told you about the badass.
Be some kind of sleaze, troll, badass, or whatever adjectives, good or explicit, you may feel about me. Please understand, I am a 25-year-old high-functioning autistic male
With a
with
simple,
a simple,
peaceful dream
peaceful
to have a
dream
daughter named Crystal.
of becoming a father of a sweet little pretty girl who I will dub the name Crystal Weston Chandler. Crystal, a name that sounds
Specificity
similar to mine,
in this.
but it has a nice ring to it.
He claims that his family, on his mother's side, stems from British royalty.
Weston, my mother's maiden name, and a proper English name from royal descent. As a matter of fact, among my mother's side in the ancestral traits, we have been traced down to Daniel Weston, who was on the Mayflower voyage, and beyond him, Anne Boleyn, who was the one of King Henry VIII's wives, who gave birth to Queen Elizabeth I.
He talks about his upbringing,
All
the
that's
struggles
bullshit,
of his
by the
school
way.
system, and his
Does he talk
achievements in
to
high school.
people?
He defends
like
his
this?
methods for finding a sweetheart.
Yeah.
All I did was sit around with a sign by my side that said I was looking for a boyfriend-free girl, 1825, yada, 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 all that page. And I did all that because I have feared rejection and the infinitely high boyfriend factor, because you cannot tell which ladies are paired up and which are not. And wedding rings,
Well, yeah,
that's
it's
just
almost
a whole
like
different story, because
it's not
they're
like their
married.
skin
Because
changes color when they're
it's not like
taken,
you
bro.
give every
That is
woman
part
a
of the
ring who's
game,
already paired
though.
up.
That is. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to hit the mic. That is
You gotta
literally
work for
part.
it.
Exactly, it's
You gotta
literally
work for
part
it.
of the dating game. Yes, you're gonna see a pretty girl that you think is boyfriend free, but then when you realize she is boyfriend free, you get the fuck over it.
Yeah.
Move on to the next, hopefully boyfriend free girl. It's I don't know, man.
If they tell you no, respect
Now,
it.
that's just one perspective.
Please, for the love of God.
Unless you can
So
get away
please
with it.
understand,
No.
I'm not a violent person. I'm decent. I come from a caring, loving pair of parents. I'm kind, considerate. I will respect your space and your feelings ever so much. Thank you very much for
No,
your
we don't
time
even-
and listening. And please remember, I'm an innocent person. Just like most every one of you, I've had my faults. I've had my share of bad times. I have my share of good times.
Ashton
Please understand that.
told me
Thank you again. Take care.
that he doesn't want to make billions.
With this recent upsurge in
I
interest
told
for
you
Chris,
he wouldn't be
he
for
had the
it.
ability
I
to raise
know.
awareness for his cause, and
Last
maybe
night he
even
was
take
saying,
proper
yeah,
action
also
to
fuck
prevent
you, by
further
the way.
trolling.
I heard what you
Or better
said.
yet,
I
if he
said,
took better
Ashton, we
care
could
of his
make
online presence,
billions.
he could have made all of this fade
And
away.
he said, I want to be known as the guy that plays Christian. I'm like, but Ashton, I'll treat you so good. You will be the VIP.
You will be the top G fam.
I will get you your own trailer, your own fucking, get your own secretary.
You're gonna do whatever you want to.
Exactly. That's what I'm telling him.
Yeah.
But he fucking doesn't want to do it.
Oh,
He could make billions. That's billions with a B, dog. Capital fucking B.
I don't think we would make that.
Yes, we could.
Well, look, James
Indie
Cameron would.
movies are the hit right now, buddy.
You would have-
psychological horror movies.
You'd have to get like James Cameron to get that movie to get $1 billion.
Fine. Million. Is that okay?
The budget of most movies is more than $1 million.
It's fine.
It's fine.
We'll make double back, okay?
Like
can live
2
off $2 million.
You can for a good while, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless you start spending it stupid.
Well, that's obviously I'm gonna do that.
God.
I'm stupid rich. I'm not just rich. I'm stupid
stupid
rich. That is the dumbest line. Anyways, so yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed that.
Oh yeah, bro.
We're gonna go to bed. It's getting fucking sleepy over here. Fuck. Yeah, so next week?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, next week.
Sure.
Next week we're gonna watch part 5
Maybe
and 6, maybe 7 as well if we have enough time. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Anyways, y'all have a beautiful night.
Oh my god.